Welcome, everybody, back to another session of Wrath and Glory.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. I'm just doing a stretch, don't mind me.
All the good times. So, who wants to have the opportunity to earn some Wrath?
I think it's reset the cycle, right? It's either Simeon or Eduardo.
I mean, I don't mind doing the recap if you guys want me to get a bit of ruin.
Do we want to give him ruin? I don't think we do.
I feel like with the present company, Simon may want to do this. Remember the end of last session?
Yes, I do remember. All I'm going to say is there's like a little sort of half-page block where I didn't write any notes, and then I skipped all of that and then made one final bullet point. So we'll see.
It'll come back to you, naturally.
Yeah.
Nope.
All
Hit
right.
me up,
okay.
then.
So I just made a little. So the beginning of my notes begins with pre-session note : when we get to Bastion Lorifer, try to look into the name Arcathane, which I think we did eventually do. Does anyone know what this is? Because I think some of our characters did do that. But that
I
was
think we
a name.
mentioned it, but we didn't get
that
much
was-
info on it.
You
that was a
mentioned
name.
it to the officers. You mentioned it to Billness and Sergeant Sigleton,
Sligs.
and neither of them were
Yes.
particularly knowledgeable around it. And then you didn't
Yeah.
really raise it again.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily had the chance, but yeah, that was essentially a name that we got off of the back of the ganger who was in power armor, who basically came into the scene saying, "In the name of Arcathane," or something along those lines. But anyway, I've skipped ahead slightly. So the session started with Khan chasing after the ganger who was trying to run away from us at the end of the combat. We don't want them to get any intel out about the fact that we now know that they know about our transmissions, etc. He does eventually catch up enough to shoot him in the kneecaps, hits, falls over, or doesn't necessarily fall over, but keeps going somehow, and then shoots again, keeps going. We determined that the person he was following after was somewhat young, probably a teen boy type person. Seems unfazed by the physical damage and keeps on going until Khan sort of knocks him out. I think Khan also noticed that there was one of those metal scarab things that had recently been upon the body and had scurried away and maybe sort of inserted something into the back of the person's neck.
This is something you saw.
Yes. But
Creepy, man.
Gross.
despite all of that, and despite having someone that they had knocked out decided that he really, really could not be bothered to carry the body of this ganger back all the way back to Bastion Lorifer, and decided to put him out of his misery and bolt pistol through the back of the skull, exploding it everywhere. In the meantime, Ruby, who really has seen better days at this point, or has she? Is the loss of an eye equivalent to the loss of an arm?
I feel like the arm is much worse. I'm going to be honest with you. I
So
feel like that was a
Mhm.
much more dire situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, she has seen better days, but I suppose in that case, she has also seen worse days.
She has, yeah.
But she saw those better days through two eyes. So
Yeah. So now she is seeing that she's lost a little bit of depth perception, I guess you could say, but eventually catches up with Khan, who's doubled back to try and see what's going on. We get back up to the body. Khan fills them in a little bit on what had happened, and it was suggested that we try and find whatever it was that the thing had inserted into the neck of the teen before his head got blown off. To bring back to the Bastion. At least we'll bring some form of evidence with us of some kind, or something that might be able to be studied in some way. It looked like it was going to be quite the unlikely find, considering the explosive nature of the bolt pistol ammo. Or yeah, But everyone chipping in, just not Ruby, however, because of the one eye.
Uh-huh.
Managed to roll well, found it, and then we took it with us to try and learn some things about it. That's the end of those notes. So then we start heading back again. On the way, we find a Chirurgeon's building, which was initially helpful. It was either that or going to a bar. And luckily, I think maybe Samus and Khan took pity on Ruby and went in the direction of the Chirurgeon's building.
Yeah, Samus rolled a Wrath critical on his survival roll, so I gave him the option to choose one of the two best options on the roll table I had in mind.
He chose wisely.
Signs and was like,
He saw kindness. But obviously it was a Chirurgeon's office, but it was more of a like black market, shabby kind of Chirurgeon's office, not the regimented Astra Militarum stuff you're used to.
No, but regardless, we did go over there. We saw someone complaining about a recent job on his leg that wasn't necessarily doing so well for him. But despite that, we managed to get ourselves a little blood transfusion from Khan to Ruby. So that certainly got her wounds down and gave Khan... gave Khan some wounds and gave Ruby some shock.
Yeah, you received a little bit of shock.
Yeah, but either way, Ruby's looking better. Khan sacrificed a little bit, through which Ruby is actually quite grateful for. But it at least made the rest of the journey, much more manageable in many ways. And then we also got one shot of adrenaline for the road as well.
Did.
We did have to trade a couple of things in just to make sure that we could afford this treatment. I think the things that we traded was the respirator mask and what else was it that we gave away?
Bottle of Recavera.
One of the bottles of the Recavera, yeah. Which is a shame, but we still have the other one. And then we continue again back to Lorifer. As we approach, it seems there's some form of mass gathering of people, and the closer we get, the more that we determine that it's a gathering in celebration of some kind. It's not mass hysteria, it's not panic. People are having a good time. We're being welcomed in as heroes, which is a sensation that is utterly foreign to us at this moment. And Samus got to experience what it must feel like to be a tall person, which entirely went to his head. Clearly, he's not necessarily used to the increased altitude.
Empress Samus.
Oh dear.
straight away.
And eventually, we got up to the front and spoke with, what was it, O'Haran?
Yep, the quartermaster.
It was O'Haran, yeah, the quartermaster O'Haran. And we learned something about the fact that Billness had gone scorched earth.
Billness!
And had absolutely taken out an entire Havelock to drive away the Gaggers, which he had marked and touted as a tremendous success. Based on what we thought was something that we should maybe go out and confirm, whether or not there was, I don't know, a mole or not, or if they could hear some of our communications. The entire point of the recon mission that we went out to do, and resulting in Ruby's loss of her eye. To which she wasn't necessarily too blunt about hiding the fact that when we did have that debrief with Billness and the other higher ups, when she says, "It's a good thing we didn't necessarily do anything rash on some incomplete evidence before we headed out on our recon mission."
Fucking stupid nepotism.
And this is, I think, where the gap in my notes had to become. But essentially, the rest of the session was around handing over the bits of evidence that we had gathered. So we did manage to bring in the engine seer and the engine seer's friend, whose name I have forgotten.
Eminem.
They were
Eminem.
Yes.
Rel and
Eggsy and
Memetica.
Eminem.
Rel and Memetica. God damn it.
It's a lot easier to remember Eminem. I'm gonna
It
be
is easier to remember.
Eminem in particular was very interested in some of the things that Samus had said, picked him up, shook him about for some information, to which Samus gave him some of the information and then dropped him, which was a much larger drop for Samus than it would have been for some other people, because he stretched up to, what was it, 8 foot tall?
Yeah. He gone
That's
big.
like 3 of me's.
Yeah.
And Eggsy in particular was very interested in the metallic artifact thing that was embedded within the teen who we had executed earlier that day.
Blackstone, that he called it.
The Blackstone. So they were very interested in the intel that we had brought through. They went away and started working on some of the information that we had gotten. In the meantime, we continued to talk and scheme and plan Operation Fish Hook.
Fish Hook, yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Electric
The
Boogaloo.
hookening.
The hookening resumes. So we've got a pretty solid plan. We've laid the framework. So now we're effectively going to sort of enjoy, or we have some time to try and enjoy some of this victory ? Feast.
That Samus has ably made
Yes, of
alongside
course.
O'Hara.
Samus has gone. Yeah, Samus has gone to help O'Hara. O'Hara not necessarily feeling particularly well, because she is now, she believes, the last surviving member of her original fire team.
Yeah.
Within the Penal
Hansen
Legion.
is missing.
Hansen's missing. It was one of the people that was sent in the mission, the Scorched Earth mission. But also, in between all of this, lots of things happened. Before we actually entered the feast room, we managed to convince Eggsy to once again fix the weakness that was Ruby's flesh with an augmetic eye, which we managed to influence and wangle and finagle ourselves into
Not just
him to part
any
with.
old augmetic eye, though, is it?
Not just any old augmetic eye. It was a camera eye.
Picked.
That was upgraded.
Picture.
Yes, with twice the storage capacity
In this economy?
in this economy. Which is
No
good. So
laser,
now
no
Ruby-
laser eyes though, unfortunately.
No laser
No
eyes,
laser
unfortunately.
eyes.
But we did trade in one of the hearts and the Seven Mastiff hearts, which was used to upgrade the augmetic, which is very kind. So now she can take even more lurid photos if she needs.
Picked.
Which went well. It was a much more straightforward operation this time round. It didn't last the full 4 hours of no anesthetic and pain.
I think it was only 30
and
minutes in the
now
end.
It was only
It
30
rolled really
minutes
well.
this time.
Quick job.
Arguably a much more complex organ than an arm, but went much quicker.
Yeah, you rolled exceptionally well.
So that's good. So now Ruby can see in depth again and is no longer going to be dealing with a forever penalty of an extra 2dN with anything that involves sight in any way. We needed to try and deal with that.
Now we finally
issue
get some
otherwise.
evidence.
And now we can actually store evidence, and I've got to remember that she can do that.
Yeah.
And now, ultimately, we find ourselves in the current scene. The banquet hall, where people have been gathered with the heads of the hierarchy of the Bastion at the head table with an actual feast and decadent food compared with what is effectively much more basic
Hey.
food that we have been given.
Hey.
In comparison, it's still amazing by our standards.
Samus made some goddamn nice fish goujons, you ungrateful bastard.
I think they're great.
We see the usual names. Billness is there, as is Darling, as is the Commissar, and Sergeant
The Minister and Priest,
etc.
Two Skulls, sorry.
Yes, Two Skull. Yes, Space Jordan Goodman. In addition to one extra, there he is. It is Space John Goodman.
It's just so funny. He's ecclesiarch. I need to do this.
But there is one other prominent figure who Khan and Samus have no clue who is, but Ruby recognizes as the reason she is now in the Penal Legion. The person who threw her under the bus, who betrayed her within her order of the Inquisition, and now finds himself at a privileged position. And as soon as she saw him, threw up her HUD and decided to sit further back within the scene in the hopes that that would not draw his attention. And it is none other than Otto Krier.
Otto Krier. The Acolyte. Fabulous. Well, that definitely deserves an extra point of wrath. Thank you very much, Simon.
I might need it. We shall see.
So, yes, we start off where we finished. You have entered this air quotes great hall, which is actually looking fairly tattered. Two large holes are on either side of the wall where there's been clearly an explosive device that's gone straight through the building. There's debris and rubble all over the floor, but tables and chairs have been hastily put together. This is a last-minute thing that's been at the behest or the demand of Colonel Billness to celebrate his wonderful success in the campaign to recapture the sectors just around the bastion. You enter the hall, you see a reduced number of people. There are clearly empty spaces at these tables. You see some familiar faces. You see Valentina. You see Jim Bob Jim. O'Haran is coming in and out, bringing food down from the up from the kitchens to the tables. You see some of the Sister Hospitaller who have joined in with the rest of the grave diggers, and of course, at the head of the table, you see some of the officers. Colonel Billness, Commissar Sergeant Sliggerton, Minister and Priest Two Skull, and Otto Krier. You found a place at the table. I imagine you all have all sat down, and then Ruby, we ended it with you seeing your betrayer, so we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay. She will see him momentarily freeze up, immediately pull her head up and go, fuck, boy, what the fuck is he doing? Why the fuck is he here? She's sort of whispering to herself and trying to sort of keep herself in the shadows as much as possible, making herself inconspicuous amongst the masses.
Do we hear you whispering to yourself?
Presumably, I mean, it depends. Would you have entered the room at the same time as a trio?
No, I would have been handing in the food with O'Garan as coming up.
O'Haran.
O'Haran. Come on, closer syllable. Yes. So no, I wouldn't have.
So you probably not, but maybe Khan, because while Samus was helping with the food, Samus and Khan entered the space at the same time.
Yeah,
so Khan,
sure.
you probably would have been aware of Ruby glancing around the room, freezing momentarily and going, fuck, I need to get, etc.
You're right, Kelsey. Looks like you've seen a ghost.
In a way, yeah. That man at the head table on the right. Long story short, but he's the reason why I'm in the penals.
Wait, that's the guy that said you did the thing and stole the stuff and basically put you here?
Yeah, he's the one who framed me.
Fuck.
I need him to not see that I'm here.
And she pulls up her head slightly. And she'll also sit, she'll also, wherever she sits, sit in a position where her mechanical arm is the one that's on the side that will be facing the head table.
Yeah, so it's showing towards them. I get you.
Shit. Okay, but I know you want to fucking take him out. I don't think you would. But if you have any thoughts about trying to do anything right now, I'd advise against it.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do anything about that. I need evidence to take him down, to prove that he's got his own agenda.
We must be fucking coming up in the world, eh? If he's sitting next to the almighty, all-knowing, all-seeing Colonel Crass Bilmus.
That actually gets us a wry grin out of Ruby.
Do you know what? Maybe that could be to our advantage.
How do you say?
Bilnus is an idiot. That might rub off on him. Whatever Bilnus does, or whatever Bilnus commands, might put Otto in a compromising position.
It's only a matter of time, I think. I think, Colonel Bilnus is a bit of a sinking ship, but somehow, you know.
We are talking quietly in a room filled with people. Don't tell me you rolled 6 6s or whatever the fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well,
Carry on.
Samus would have been
Stealth.
loudly going, Goo Johns? Goo Johns, sir? Goo Johns?
Just holding it up like that above his head.
Just
for the
a
people to
plate
reach
up there
to.
like, sir, would you like a goo, John?
Don't forget the dip.
It's made with my blood.
Carry on.
Yeah, well, maybe, you know. It's only a matter of time, to be honest. But he does seem to be quite lucky, this colonel. No matter what he seems to do, it seems to just elevate his station. I mean, he's been, you know, basically commended for the whole fucking blowing up our own people. Though I suppose we're just penals, mate. Who cares about us, right?
Exactly. Either way, I need to make sure he doesn't recognize me.
You don't try to stick close to me. Fucking try to get behind me, maybe, and just keep your head down. Eat your goose on. And we'll just wait this fucker out. And then we can get on with Operation Fishhook and away from this man.
Yep. Okay, let's see what he's doing here then.
And she's going to occasionally glance out with her new augmetic eye.
As
Any- go
you
on.
glance out, Ruby, I imagine you're glancing towards the top table.
Yes, but like just underneath the rim of a hood, etc.
You do see that Colonel Billness is like every so often he's kind of craning his neck, looking towards you and Khan, who are sort of whispering on the table, just kind of. Just keeps looking over the shoulder of Sergeant Sliggerton, and then Sliggerton turns around, looks behind him, mumbles something, and then the Colonel continues his conversation with Otto Kriya.
Okay. We'd best be quiet. I think Billness is looking our way.
Do you think he heard us?
It's hard to tell.
Khan says a little bit. He doesn't yell it, but he speaks more in a non-whispery voice. And he goes, "Well, you can't underestimate Colonel Billness's military mind. I suppose you can't underestimate that."
The Sergeant Sliggerton, who's got his back to you here, you just see an arm behind just kind of wave a little bit like this as he goes, Colonel, didn't you have a speech you were going to do to the troops, yeah? Yes, of course. As Colonel Billness stands up, and he raises a glass and starts tapping it loudly, drawing everybody's attention. When a silence settles over the room, you just officers, guardsmen, the heroes of Lorifer. Tonight, we celebrate not merely a victory, but a triumph of strategy and leadership. Yes, decisive command. All qualities which, as I'm sure you're aware, I possess in considerable abundance. As he kind of does a sort of little theatrical head nod to everybody, waiting for some sort of applause. You get one kind of just sort of slow clap from one of the back tables, a few coughs, but most people have got their eyes still down on the food. Well, when I ordered the reclamation of the surrounding sectors, the hamblocks, many said it could not be done. Many of the officers said the losses would be unacceptable, lacking in supplies and manpower and competent leadership. Well, I certainly proved them all wrong, didn't I? Yes. I personally oversaw the strategic development of our forces from the command table in my quarters for nearly 2 full hours. As he again, starts nodding towards everyone. No? Thank you. Yes, thank you. Now, thanks to my bold leadership, the sector is once again in Imperial hands. The enemy is routed, our banners fly once more, and Bastion Lorifer stands as a shining beacon of Imperial might, and more importantly, my command's ability. As I'm sure a few of you have heard, the Lord Filman, she has wrote to me personally via Box Communications that my commanding abilities were completely acceptable during the engagement. Quite high honor from on high. Yes, well. Anyway, enough of that. Let history remember this day as the moment the tide turned, the moment courage triumphed over fear, the moment discipline triumphed over chaos, the moment Billness triumphed over administrative adversity. So, ladies and gentlemen, raise your glasses To victory! To Bastion Lorifer! To the Holy Emperor! And of course, most importantly, the man who made all of this possible. To me. As he takes a big swig of his glass.
I've just realised Colonel Billness is Boris Johnson.
Shh, shh. It's not.
I
It's
don't know
not
about
true.
you guys, but I'm pretty sure I saw him look over at my goujons. He was looking quite intently at it. I think he might want some.
They do taste good. I wouldn't blame him.
The officers are more enthusiastic than anyone else in their applaud. The commissar is kind of giving a sort of polite clap. The guardsmen are giving it their all. Otto Kriya, or the man to Billness's left, doesn't move an inch. And you wouldn't be able to see that from where you... calm. If anyone can roll me an awareness test, it'll be a DN3.
I'm too short. All I see is Khan to the right of me.
Oh!
For the Emperor!
Nice,
Fucking hell.
Ruby.
Them eyes be working.
Nice. Ruby, you can clearly see that the
Shift for a better result as well.
the priest, Tuskull, when Billness does his final elements of the speech, raising the glass, Tuskull turns his head with the glass in his hand and just kind of pretends to drink some of it. His face is that of a bit of perplex, a bit annoyance, and definitely is not impressed by that speech.
Oh, of course. Yes, because John Goodman didn't want us to kill any of the populace. And Billness has very much killed the populace.
Acceptable losses in unprecedented times. But yes, you do see this.
The body's piled high.
With that, Billness takes a seat. He continues with the feast. The food itself is exquisite. Some of the finest to ever pass your lips in your short existence in this reality. However, you cannot help but notice the disparity on the officers' table. Their portions seem larger, the drinks more plentiful, and the sickly sweet aroma of nectar floats from the decadent cake stand in the middle of their table. Something that is auspiciously lacking from yours.
I note that they've got all the good stuff, eh? Got to make sure that they segregate the beans and the shit from the cloth that's not quite cut from the shit.
Well, there, Con, I know someone in the kitchens, and if they don't finish everything off, we might be able to get some of that for ourselves.
Hand cream 2.0. I like the sound of that. I don't even know what half of that shit is up there. I've never seen food like that. I bet it tastes heavenly and melts in the mouth, you know?
I think that's what they call a quake. Never seen one of those before.
Don't even know what that is.
It smells sweet. I don't even know what sweet even is.
It is sweet, floral nectar of the gods. It is even you actually, Samus, on Ostia, this isn't a smell native to you, and certainly nothing that would be found in the common gutter snipes of the Hive City. Definitely has the exotic about it. But the feast continues. After the end of the speech, people seem to settle into a bit more of a relaxed atmosphere. The drink is flowing steadily, but it is flowing. People are enjoying themselves. You begin to hear laughter, merriment, people swapping stories. After half an hour, you hear from behind you a loud bang as Bob Jim's magnetic arm crashes down on his bowl, spilling the contents all over the place. Valentina cries out in disgust and quickly shuffles further down the table to get away from the reprobates.
Fuck, isn't that the guy that nearly shot his leg off?
Bob Jim, control yourself. We've got some delicious food in front of us. Don't throw it away everywhere, you dirty peasant.
Sorry, Master Samus. I'm still getting used to the old thing. The power can be a bit all over the place sometimes.
Jim Bob, help the old fella out. Feed him for you.
Jim Bob looks up. He's got food sort of all over his beard. His goggles, his augmetic eyes still cracked in their lenses. Dad, just stop making a fool of yourself in front of all these lot. Use your other hand while you're getting used to it. Come on, I'll spoon feed you if I need to. As he starts trying to help him out. The gentleman sat across from you here, they begin swapping some stories as well, as one of them leans in conspiratorially and says, two of them bloody Carrion gang came at me. Great big chainsaw thingies. Well, luckily they didn't put up much of a fight against a grenade. Blew the fuckers right up. Yeah, well, I saw one of them sink his teeth into Greyshaw, ripped out his neck. Can you believe it? Pretty sure the fucker swallowed it as well.
Well, I'll one up you. We blew up a big fucker with a sword, huge power armor, with multiple cans of promethium. The boom could be heard from fucking ever.
He was wearing power armor as well. I thought that made you invincible.
Against a whole can of promethium, he was nothing but paste.
Fucking hell. I hope we got some of that down here. I know that grenades was working well against him before. Maybe. Do you think we could, if we could strap a load of grenades to barrels of promethium and, we could chuck it out, and that'd make a big boom, wouldn't it?
I think it might be a bit redundant, simply because the promethium is so fucking... the explosion was... My ears are still ringing. I don't think the grenade even has a fucking piss shot at what a big can of promethium does. But this was special circumstances. I don't think you'll ever find a can of promethium just lying about like we did.
Yeah.
Unless
Sure.
you ask the Emperor to provide.
Do you have any wrath, mate?
I'm sure that promethium's what they put in the chimeras to get them going, don't they? There must be some cans in the armory.
Don't bet shit. Have you seen the dogs, though? Have you seen those fucking metal dogs?
Oh, don't remind me of the dogs.
Oh,
I've had
God.
enough of them over the last few days.
They was prowling around in the corridors of the hab block. Fucking terrifying things. They move so fast.
Wait, were you like the hab blocks?
Yeah, Yeah, we was part of the frontal assault.
Fuck.
Wow.
So you saw it all shake out?
Oh, yeah, but, you know, the Emperor protected us. He must want us for greater things. And I've heard that if we do something real special, Commissar's going to release us from the penal legions. We won't have to do this shit anymore.
Well, here's to open, mate. So he raises a drink. Here's to open for all of us. Before we get blown to bits, at least.
It can't be long now. I mean, we took the whole bloody ad block, didn't we? What more can they want? You're not right? What more could they want? I mean, there's so many of them who've gone to see the Emperor, haven't they?
Do you know what this big thing that they might want you to do is?
I thought it was taking the ad blocks. Do you not think the Commissar's gonna say something at the end of the feast?
Oh, what? We've all got... That'd be lovely, but I'm somewhat doubtful of that.
Really? Because, I mean, it was pretty horrific. It was horrible. I walked into a room and there was 6 of them on fire. That's a smell I'm not gonna forget that.
I keep drinking if I were you.
They can't.
Might help.
They can't ask for more, can they? Well, what more can they do? We took the city. we took the city. We've thrown everything at taking back and fucking destroying this bloody gang. It can't be anything else.
There's another mission that's being spearheaded. You may be involved.
But thanks to the ground you guys have done today, we got the momentum. She tries to be confident about what she is saying.
So was that not the big push?
It was a big push.
Yeah.
Certainly weakened a bunch of their members.
We didn't root them out of the... Thought that was their base of operations.
Nope.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
How about them goujons then?
Yeah.
Dip.
Yeah, lovely. Right. As he just kind of
That goes.
shoves his face into his drink, essentially.
Oh well. How many did we lose?
Well, my best estimation, I'd say we lost about 250 men.
Out of?
Well, there was about maybe 600 of us before in the Bastion. Quite a few of them was injured. And of course, when when one of the hab blocks fell down. We don't know how many of them survived that. So it might be more.
And there's not been a recon effort to see how many we've lost, or if there are any that could be saved. Was there much fighting back when you were taking the ad block?
Oh yeah. They were standing strong. They'd hunkered down. They had weapon emplacements and patrols. They'd laid mines, traps all over the place. I thought it was because that was their main base.
Did it kind of seem like they knew it was coming?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely caught a few of them unawares. When the fighting started, it all went a bit of a blur. The traps was all over the place, but I don't know when they was laid.
Was communications made over Vox between the different units that were exploring the hab blocks and ridding the Carrion gang?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we had men with the Voxcasters about.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Nothing. It's fine.
Fuck, man, but Samus, you know what that means.
Yep.
If they knew it was coming, they could have put them there on purpose, just to get fucking destroyed themselves. And therefore it looked like we've won, that we've pushed them back, but that was just a big decoy.
Yeah. And
Fuck.
that does seem what that seems like.
Oh, why didn't he wait until we got back with the information? That's the whole point. We went into the stupid fucking still sewers, man.
Hey, nothing wrong with sewers, but yes, there was
No offense.
none taken. But these were a lot more. But yes, that is what can only be described as incredibly frustrating and disappointing and quite soul destroying. But
To say the
These
least.
illusions are good.
dip.
Yeah.
Dip?
Thank you. This dip and goujon combo is actually quite nice. It really moistens them up.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Fuck.
It's like we've been
Right.
opened up.
Valentina.
Best mate.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Valentina stands up, changes tables, and comes and sits down next to you, Ruby. Where were you guys? Why would I go Liverpool? Where were you guys?
It's a very infectious accent.
It's very infectious. Where were you guys? Why weren't you there for the big push? Not sleeping on your dereliction of duty, are you?
No, we were on a separate mission.
What could be
We
more
were on
important than
recon.
taking the hat blocks back?
Understanding if we had a mole.
A mole?
We don't have a mole. As it turns out, they could just listen to our. She sort of looks around and says a bit more quietly, they could just listen to our Voxcasts. They were eavesdropping. And now we know.
You know, Reeves, we probably should have sat tight on that information. Just wanted to point that out there.
We can trust Valentina. She hasn't blown
Right.
us up yet.
I did.
Yet's been the operative word there.
I did get to use some of my grenades in the push. I was quite surprised when some of the walls of the Hablot fell down. The explosion was massive. Maybe shouldn't have released that inside. Killed a lot of the fuckers though. I'm sorry. Killed a lot of the heretics. I mean.
I see the penal lingo's making its mark already.
Yes, but
no, you're right, Khan. I think, yeah, don't try not to let that spread around the unit. Best we keep that hush-hush until later.
By Saint Celestine, I will hold my tongue.
Any advantage we can have over the gangers is a holy one. It kind of says, like leaning into the ecclesiarchy faith.
But surely there can't be any more gangers left. We've rooted them all out.
Best to be certain, eh?
You've got something plotting up your sleeve, haven't you?
Ruby kind of tilts her head slightly to the side, but doesn't necessarily say anything one way or the other.
No, you're right. It's not my position to know. Not my permission to know.
Valentina, if you are so involved in this, did you see or know anyone that has seen members of the Carrion gang in power armor?
Power armor? What, like the holy angels wear?
Kind of, but a little bit more spiky and heretic-y.
I don't recall seeing anyone in power armor.
It tracks. Yep.
Okay.
All that happened was he fucking bombs in an ant's nest. That's not where the Queen lives.
Nope. Yay.
Nice. So 350 of our own people died so we can kill the peons that are within the Carrion gang. The throwaways, the shitlords. They're basically the nobodies. What a great trade.
But
yes.
I thought...
But they still had to use a lot of mines and resources.
If they heard the communications, what they used was probably a fraction of what they have.
Also,
to me, that seems like acceptable losses on their siders too. You know what I mean?
But
there's also the great likelihood those are our mines.
I suppose. Well, here's hoping our second fish up then is going to catch more fish.
But I think
as Ruby continues to speak in code.
They said it was a success.
Oh,
is it?
Probably was.
Yeah. Huzzah!
Let's just say that's cutting off the tail of the snake and not quite the head.
Well, by the grace of the Emperor, cutting any part of the heretical snail is heretical snake is doing damage to it. Surely.
Yes.
Yeah, but not if you cut your own hand while you're doing it. You lose a couple of fingers.
And the snake can grow its tail back.
They can do that?
Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But in this case, it could.
If there's anything
It's a
I learned,
heretical
the
snake.
flesh is weak. Yeah, or that. I've seen some strange things in this city.
Well, as long as The bait is still on the hook. We've got a chance to do this properly. So, not all is lost. Not all is hopeless.
You know what? They definitely won't think that we know now after that.
To be
Hoping so.
fair, yeah, this party's pretty convincing.
Well, that and the hundreds of people that we sent into a death trap is probably more of a
Yeah.
obvious sign.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Oh well.
I mean, where are those fancy boys anyway? You always hear about the angels and the Astartes and the fancy boys and their fancy armor doing fancy things. Like, why don't they just send one of those fuckers down here and just, fucking stomp on in there and take them out? It seems like it'd be a cheaper, easier solution than throwing fucking bodies at the fire. Have you ever even seen one of those fuckers? Do they even exist?
Valentina leans in a little bit conspiratorially and says, on the descent to Gilead Prime, I saw with my own eyes one of the Absolver's ships. I did.
Fuck off.
I did. I saw it with my own eyes. I looked out of the portcullis and I saw. I didn't see any of the angels, but I did see the symbol of the Absolvers, and I knew in my heart, I knew that they were here to save us. So the city is large. They must be here.
Even if they were real.
Yeah.
Even if they were real. I doubt they'd be too interested in just gangers.
They're definitely real. They're definitely real. I've
Wait,
seen.
have you seen them?
Yeah.
Well, his grandfather got crushed by one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
fair. You sure that wasn't an horrible dream?
No. This is his gun. I had to do a lot of cleaning to get my uncle off that.
Oh, uncle, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean, as far as we know,
Yeah, but what-
his uncle could be his grandfather. That's how you make abhumans, isn't it?
Stares evilly at Valentina.
And she says
Still
it with
got that
like
grenade.
she says it with no malice, more just like as if it was like book written kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like just simply what she believes.
That's just how it is, isn't it?
Do you still have that grenade, Valentina?
I still have one of them. As she draws out this rather interesting looking grenade. It's definitely not a frag grenade. It's definitely not a crack grenade. It's got a purity seal on one side of it and small, intricate carved symbols of the Adeptus Mechanicus beautifully engraved down the edges. I still have this one.
Perfect.
Does one of the engravings say Antioch on it?
we are
It's the
going
holy
to-
hand grenade of Antioch.
Well, we may
The
need
number
in
you
our
must count to
mission-
is 3.
Sorry, go on.
we may need a special unit known as a meat shield. Operation Meat Shield. You could be quite useful in that.
A meat shield, like how the sisters protect their own. I'm sure I can do this.
Yes. I
leave
mean
off.
the Celestian shield. Yeah.
Oh, leave off it, Samus. She saved your life, to be fair.
Go on, James.
Would Khan would have heard any chatter from any of the soldiers while being in Lorifa of Gerhard, one of the angels, being part of the Torah Armus excursion? Because we were a part of that, weren't we? Other characters.
Your other characters were... Who have we got here? We've got the Penals. You were involved in the aerial assault, and then you went straight into the center of the city, there's a chance, but it's very low. So give me
like they opened the gates for us, and then we went through the gates. The penals opened the gates for our tier 3s.
No, the penals opened the gates for the penals. The tier 3s flew in on the Valkyries.
Fair, okay.
So you were very like spread out from it. But you know, stories of heroism obviously spread in the army. Roll me.
Yeah, we were in front of some of them when we cut the gross door down.
Yes, you were. Yeah, roll me a history. It'll be DN4.
Story. History. My history is... Where the fuck is? Scholar,
sorry, not history. D&Ding.
Right. I got this. DN4?
Oh, you have a 1.
It says my... that must be uplifting primer. That would be nothing for it. Here we go. So all I have to do is...
How do you keep doing this?
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, so
Stop doing it.
what's the fucking mean? Like, stop. Get help.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's out of my hands.
you think
No.
You
also,
think-
Claire's gonna look our way.
you think back to some of the time you've spoken with the various members of the Gravediggers, some of the stories that have been swapped whilst partaking in alcohol and sat round eating and all the rest. All the stories that you have heard that revolved around 8-foot, 9-foot demigods are all bad stories. It's of Gravediggers being caught in the crossfire. It's of the Death Guard with their guts spilling out and green spiky armor. It's all negative elements. There's no sort of heroic absolver space marine that's to speak of at the minute.
Well, Khan goes, well, it's probably a good idea one of those fucking fancy lads, those fancy boys, didn't come down, because anything I've ever heard about them has always been shit. You know, fucking shooting out, getting fucking penals and militarum blown the fuck up, and they don't care about anybody else. And, you know, I mean, even if they are real, what do they even do? You know, when's the last time you've heard an absolver do something? So what are they doing? There's stuff to do here, they're not here. Ah, fuck. Who knows? Fucking fancy boys. Fucking fancy power armor. Stupid
But don't
chainsaws.
forget, they get all the credit.
They get all the bitches too, that's the fucking thing.
They order all
Get
these
everything.
weapons.
Oh, if
And
Make
remember
it if
that
you're
weapon
8 foot
that remember that weapon that we found? You had to hand it over as soon as we were done with it.
See?
Yeah.
See, and apparently they're all pissed off about me too. So, you know, hey, the absolvers know who I am. Hey, your boy's famous. Or infamous.
Your tone certainly changed.
Well, you know, it's hard being a big deal sometimes, but I stay level-headed.
No,
The
don't.
mental gymnastics that Khan is capable of doing.
No, don't speak of the angels like that. They are good forces in the Gilead system. They help and protect us, and I know they've done well. I've seen them on Holy Enoch. They've saved us from incursions over there of things that I can't even describe. They do exist. I know they do. I know it.
Oh.
If I see one, I'll eat your fucking grenade, alright? I just hollered at it.
Valentina, who's still got it in her hand, you say this, she just kind of like, oh, not my grenade.
It's just a figure of speech, Gilsey. Figure of speech.
That grenade got a name. by the way?
A name? Why, it was given to me by a holy abbess. She blessed it upon me.
No, fair enough.
Hang on.
I was about to say, I suppose it's only good that it's not got a name. Might stop you from throwing it if you need to.
She said
Name
it was
requisition incoming.
Yeah, she said it was Temporus Magnificarum.
Temporus Magnificarum.
I
Gesundheit.
don't speak the High Gothic, but that's what she said it was, and she said it's one of the most valuable things.
It's going to be a sad day when you have to throw it, then, eh?
Yeah. You know
Of course not. It is a weapon. It must be used against the Emperor's enemies. I'll be glad to use it at the right time.
Why don't
But how
you
do you
save
know when
it
the right
for a
time
last
is?
resort? Yeah, like that time could be in case you're surrounded. There's nothing else for you to do, or maybe you just feel like the moment takes you, and you just hold it in your hand. Do not throw it, and you just pull out the pin and say for the Emperor, and kill yourself and a bunch of evil heretics or something.
If that is what my sacrifice must be, then that is what it'll be. I am not scared to meet the Emperor.
Good for you.
Fuck, I am. He's going to judge me on some of the shit I've done. I don't know if I'm going to be floating in the ether, being happy, playing with the fairies or anything. I don't really want to know if I want to see my judgment.
Oh, come. Your transgressions must not be that bad.
Oh, nothing too bad. I basically blew up everybody I know and like. But, besides that, pretty squeaky clean.
I believe
Allegedly, by the way, that's alleged.
the Emperor might judge you for that. But I'm sure you've gone on your path of redemption like any good Emperor-fearing civilian would do.
Yep. I've blown up people that are enemies.
And don't forget all the other innocent people that were trying to run away. I'm pretty sure that was in the hundreds.
You talking about the bridge thing?
Yeah, the bridge thing.
The bridge thing. To be fair, like I said before, they should have been standing there.
You might wish to hold off meeting the Emperor just yet, till you've...
Good advice. I'm trying to. See how Fishhook goes. Operation Fishhook.
Well, I'm sure the Emperor is responsible for the deaths of civilians in the Imperium. I'm sure. You
That
can't
is
be
all in accordance to his plan.
exactly. So surely, by that logic, if Khan is the creation of the God Emperor and Khan killed a bunch of civilians and also his friends, isn't that also the will of the Emperor?
She kind of gives you the...
I
think he's got you there.
I feel a similar sort of brainwave to a certain Carrion character.
But no, of course not, because if the Holy Emperor wished those people not to be alive, then they wouldn't have been created in the first place. We still have element of free will, but
Yeah.
perhaps, maybe.
We needed
Did you
It's
do
Can
it
you
in...
find that element of free will for me? Is it in this room with us?
yeah, we've only
Is the free
just
will in the
not
room
had
right now?
bombs taken off our necks.
She's still got a collar on her neck, right?
She's still got a collar on her neck, yeah. Absolutely.
Khan just stares at the collar as he says it.
Well, you might be right there. Perhaps.
Valentin, why do you have that collar on? What could you have done to be sent to the penals?
Oh,
Here we go.
my sins of transgression are vile and despicable. There's no place to speak of at a scene of celebration. No, it's too hard. It's too hard. But one day, Master Samus, I will reveal to you the sordid history of how I ended up here. And you will be ashamed of me. You will be ashamed of me.
Sordid.
Khan leads into Samus.
Bestiality.
Takes a big bite.
I will be very intrigued and very understanding to find out.
To be fair, we're all in the Penal Legion. We're all here for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as Ruby says that, she does a careful glance towards the head table. What is Otto Kriya doing?
As you look over to Otto Kriya, he's sat there. He is still dressed in this light power armor, garnished with the all-seeing eye of the Inquisition on its faceplate. He does look quite the commanding presence, especially sat next to the buffling buffoon that is Colonel Billness. Whenever you look over at him, he always seems to be in, I suppose what you'd say is deep conversation with Billness. But by deep conversation, Billness is doing most of the talking, and Otto is more sat there ever so often, just kind of nodding to himself, shoveling food into his mouth. At all times throughout the party, though, he is never seen to partake of any alcohol, whereas Billness's glass continues to be filled with that which is available to him. At one point, roll me stealth, please.
Oh,
Opposed.
Good. Opposed. Shit. Okay. Eek. Oh, not really what I want. Not really what I want. I mean, it's still a complication, but I might still use a wrath here.
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, it's a little bit better. Holy shit! I should not have used my wrath. That was a waste.
You probably should not have used your wrath. Oh. Damn it. Stop messing with the glory. There we go. At one point, as your eyes are looking up towards Otto Kriya, his eyes meet with yours. He's sat there.
Oh.
He's got a piece of the fish goujon just kind of to his mouth as your eyes meet across the table. As he takes a slow bite, but
and as soon as he takes a slow bite, Ruby takes a small snap with her eye.
You take a small step with your eye. Make sure you jot that down in your notes, please.
Okay, hang on.
You take a small snap with your a pict with your eye as it clicks. He takes a bite of the fish goujon slowly and stares directly at you. What do you do after you take the pict?
Oh god, hang on. Sloting eating a. How do you spell goujon?
Goujon. Goujon.
Okay. Cool. So it's one of those situations, right, where you're looking around the room and you're basically just like people watching.
Mm-hmm.
And incidentally, you notice they look in your direction. The first thing you do is you just keep try to nonchalantly move your gaze elsewhere, as if incidentally your eyes happen to be there.
Yeah. So you don't panic. You just kind of carry your head going along. But what you do notice is he continues looking in your direction, and
La 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 la. He's not looking. He's not looking. I just happen to be someone he might recognize, but I'm not actually her.
Every time you look up, he is always now looking at your position as he just kind of continues eating for about 10 minutes. And after that, he seems to get re-engaged with Billness as the conversation flows to something else, and he stops looking in your direction. But you definitely feel a certain level of unease on this interaction.
Ruby, I think that guy must really like the fish goujons, because I could see him eating and he was just staring in our direction for 10 minutes.
He must
Don't know who
that
that fella is, but loves his goujons.
He must know you're the one who's made him. Maybe showing you his appreciation. I wouldn't necessarily go up and talk to him though, but and she leans over the car and goes, I think I've been rumbled.
Khan, roll me a DN3 awareness test, please.
DN3 awareness. Where are you? DN3, dice pool 3.
Oh, fuck me, James. Jesus Christ.
It's a double 6, though.
Damn it.
Woohoo!
Oh my god.
This is what you want to
passed.
You did pass, thank you. So, with your pass, what you do notice is you don't hear it, but Billness is clearly like pointing at your group as he's talking to Otto, and he's kind of.
Oh god.
But you can't hear anything of what's going on as just as you see this kind of physical interaction going on. Behind you, Jim Bob's hand just smacks the table as it goes flying at a speed of knots up into the ceiling. Food splatters everywhere, covering the back of. In fact, you're all three got you back to Jim Bob as food covers all over you. The table comes crashing down as Jim Bob goes, Dad, what the bloody hell are you doing? Save us from the fucking Emperor. Come on, you. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I think he's had a bit of the harder stuff, right? Come on, Dad. Come on, let's get you to bed. You fucking liability. Come on. Sorry, everyone. Don't go pressing no buttons or anything. We'll clean it up. Go on, James.
While this is happening, he sees that, looks at them pointing and talking, and goes,
Hey, Ruby. Dude, I could see them pointing and looking at us, mate. I think that fella that you're fucking hiding from might be maybe onto you. Maybe you might want to use that as a bit of a distraction and fucking walk off, mate.
way ahead of you. She's already halfway through the door.
Nice. Nice.
Samus is on the floor. My goo Johns, no!
Khan gets up to also add chaos. Can't add to the chaos, stands up and goes,
Emperor, praise these fucking goujons and this bloody dip. Beautiful work.
Nice.
trying to like rile people up as Ruby's walking off.
I have an adjacent gift for this. It's not exact, but it's what reminded me of it. Anyone has seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll say, with your existing stealth score of 3 plus the ensuing chaos that's been created by multiple people, Ruby, you can slip out fairly quietly. How do you do that?
She has the silent talent.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Oh,
which
damn.
moving quietly comes as second nature to her, so she can move at full speed without compromising stealth.
Nice.
And any time a stealth score would be reduced, it's reduced by 1 less
Yeah.
than it would have been reduced by.
Nice. Yeah. So
I
trained.
guess with that in mind, she, using her intuition and her instincts, as soon as the big commotion happens, she gets up and starts blending into the crowd, and maybe kind of like opens the door for Bob Jim and Jim Bob, and then kind of like slinks behind them as she closes the door behind them and exits the room, and looks towards Khan quickly and gives him a nod.
Nice.
Khan gives a wink.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. This happens, and Colonel Billness kind of stands up and don't you understand? This is a feast or celebration. Can we all just calm down a little bit? This food was expertly created by the finest chefs in all of Gilead Prime. I specially brought them in for this celebration. You hear me? I will not stand for this idiotic behavior. Calm down and celebrate properly.
Thank you for such high praise, sir. As he walks back with a tray of his goujons off the floor.
Wait, did you make this?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh.
I apologise. I think
commissar.
the reason why the people didn't clap so much was they were too busy eating my delicious goujons. I'm sure if they weren't distracted by it, they all would have given you much bigger applause.
The commissar leans in to Billness and just kind of murmurs, "Remember, sir, they are an allowed species. I know they are subhuman, but they have been ratified by the administratum. They are allowed to exist." As Billness is just
what an honor.
You might have to excuse me. I think it's been quite a hard day. Yes, tough work with all the command work. Yes. Right. Well, as he kind of pushes his chair back to stand up, and the other officers around the table all stand up too. Do not worry about your fallen commander. Carry on the celebrations without me. I just need a moment to myself. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Bye, sir. Hope you enjoyed the goujons I made with my hands.
As he leaves.
Fuck, you should have done that earlier.
Yeah. God, must really like them.
Look, I don't know about you, but I kind of want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm pretty full.
Yeah, I'm kind of covered in dip. I kind of want to have a shower or bath.
You've gotten really fancy ever since you've had your first shower. You were covered in piss and shit and flakes of the fucking elbow. Now you're worried about the dip? You got a bit of the high life, eh?
Well, I must be getting used to it. This whole.
How are you going to go back to those
thing.
sewers, mate?
Well, maybe I won't.
Shit. You know what? Let's fucking get out of here, man. This party sucks. Hey, take a couple of those drinks with you. Fucking have a couple in my room, eh? Have a proper party.
He starts trying to sneakily take bottles off the table.
Nice. You can roll me a stealth test if you want.
Let's go.
But remember, not too many, okay? Just a nice little nightcap. We've got work to do tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful. I should have asked really. In terms of the bottles you're trying, are you trying to grab as many as you can? Are you trying to grab one each?
Well, he's only little, so it's going to be 2 bottles.
2 bottles. You
One each.
easily pilfer a couple of bottles off the table, and of course, using your beautiful rattling eyes, you find the 2 fullest bottles. Did everyone roll their objectives, by the way? I forgot.
Ooh.
Oh shit,
Yes, I
I
did.
had forgotten. Let me quickly roll mine.
Apply
Okay,
a lesson from the Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer to the current situation.
Nice.
Show the advantages of a smaller size.
Nice.
Ooh.
A surprisingly difficult one
Mm.
compared to the usual stuff of steal or shoot things.
Cleanse the filth of the enemy with holy flame.
An objectively easy one for Simon.
Yes.
Yeah.
If,
Yes.
if there's combat.
If there's combat, yeah. Might not happen in this current scene.
Mm. But yes, so Samus, you pilfer these 2 large bottles. They are a vino. They're like a dark red wine. To us as Ed, James, and Simon, this would be essentially piss vinegar. But to you, this is quite decadent and fragrant, with a high enough alcohol tolerance to make each sip taste better than the last.
Nice.
But yes, you pilfer. I'm gonna chuck a little bit of something in for you.
You know what, Carl? I might have a sip of this tonight, but I'm going to keep some of this for cooking.
Do you think some sort of like a red meat to make some sort of like sauce?
Well, perhaps if we could find some rats or any kind of living creature. I don't know, dog would go quite well if there were any of those about.
I quite like dogs, though. You know?
Yeah, they're quite
They're
tasty.
useful.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah.
I haven't had the rat before. Is that alright?
It's not as good as dog, but it's all right.
What about cat? You've had cat?
Yeah. Cats.
Is it better than rat?
Better than rat. Still not as good as dog.
So it goes dog, cat, rat.
Yeah.
In that order.
Yeah, pretty spot on.
But an
And
orc. Have you tried an orc?
What the fuck's an auroch?
Orc, man. The cattle.
Grox.
Oh. Grox.
Aren't they called orcs in this setting?
Grox, aren't they?
Or Auric. Yeah. Auric. Aurics are horned imperial cattle that can be found on various worlds.
Well.
Is Google lying to me?
I don't know. I know them as Grox. But Large, fast, and
How
aggressive reptilian. No, maybe they're not Grok. 40k.
This comes from the
cow.
Lexicanum.
I was never allowed to have any Aurochs. Hence why they're always on the local lord's land. Whereas it was, I couldn't, we did a bit of poaching here and there. Can't fucking carry one of
So you got
those.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. You live and sometimes you don't learn, but...
My father had Uruks on his farm.
Oh.
They are fucking tasty, man. But we didn't get many of them because it's always shipping out, Technically, even though they're his Uruks, kind of, they're not really. They're kind of for the Imperium, so, we got one every now and then, but not as much as you think.
Fucking tithes. I mean, yay, tithes.
Right. Oh, toys are the worst, man. They come up, they're like shaking their bell and they're like looking at you and there's like, all right, Imperial tithe. Have you had that before? And then they you gotta give them something. You could be balls deep in a mission, about to go out, right? And you're on a ship and then they fucking ask for a tithe. And then so you've got to give them the very ammo you're about to expend in the Emperor's name. Okay? Talk about fucked.
Yeah.
Almost died once because I was out of fucking magazine that I had to tithe away.
Yeah, these... Right. Call me a blasphemer, but the administratum seems a bit fucked.
Oh! How dare you?
Khan looks around.
You're not wrong there, mate. Let's get to our room or something, eh? These halls carry voices and sounds. Let's get behind closed doors or something. Not that we have a room, of course, but to the beds at least.
Yeah, you head your way through Bastion Lorifer.
Oh, this is a fucking room. Oh, look, it's got my name on it. See that? Gone.
What?
Yeah, it's in the woodwork. Right there. Etched in. You see that?
You enter a more, humble-ish abode. A single bed, fairly small in stature, but certainly a private area. There's a writing desk on the left, a bedside table with some low-light candles, and a bovine skin rug on the floor to add a little bit of warmth. The book on the desk is a intricate-looking item. It is a version of the infantryman's primer, but the writing is laced with gold filigree.
Hey, that looks like my book, except way better.
Is it still technically your book?
Yeah, I don't know why they put it in my room. Don't these people know personal space?
Wait, so we have our own rooms?
We do right now. You know what I mean?
Alright, well, I'll see if I can find my one then.
Samus, you open the doors to a slightly larger room than the one before. This one seems to have a double bed inside of it. The pillows look more plush. The bedding looks rather soft. And again, a writing desk on it, some candles, bovine rug on the floor. This time, the book on the table is next to a a map of the local area. It's quite an old map of Tora Armus and certainly doesn't depict anything that is used to what you're seeing, but it does say Tora Armus on the bottom, but it looks quite smaller, and the districts don't really ring true with any of the things you've seen on the hollow table.
Okay. Do I see anything on the book to say who it belongs to?
Do you want to read the
That
book?
was my next question.
Or read some of the book?
Yes, but I'd like to leave essentially a bookmarker into it, so when I open it back up, it stays back on that page.
Okay. What are you using to do that, may I ask?
Is there anything on the table that is flat like a piece of paper? Or like a ruler, or...
There is what appears to be a large feather. That could be like a quill type thing.
I will put the feather in between the page.
Sure, you pick up the feather and you put it in the first page. You start flicking through. As you flick through the chapters, did you read the first one that it was on?
I would.
Sure. So the page that you were on, it's very neatly written book with very ornate typography. And it says the title page of this book, the title of chapter of this page states Ugroxus Maxus. Ugrox Maxus. And as you read through, it is describing this extremely large reptilian beast that patrols jungle environments on all fours. It has reptilian skin, horns on its head, and spiky spikes running down its back. It is an aggressive creature well known for attacking anything that enters its territory and eats pretty much anything from plants to creatures to humans. And there's even been some reportings of it attacking and digesting Imperial machinery.
Okay. And then I will scroll, like, put through the feather, and then I guess go to the back to see if I can see a name like that.
As you go to the back of the book, you don't see any name on it at all. You know, when you flick to the back, you don't see any name.
Okay. At the front?
You flick to the front, and written in small, neat handwriting, it quite clearly says, "For Billness."
Opens it back up to the page that it was on with the feather and puts the feather back where it was.
You put the feather back in the inkwell.
Exits the door, closes it, and leaves.
You do so. You do so. Khan still patrols in his room. Ruby has
Khan?
returned to the decks.
That was Billness's room. I'm not sure if these are ours, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Muted!
Muted!
Oh, that's a fucking shame. I wonder whose that one is then.
What, your one?
Yeah.
Not a fucking clue. Oh, I was tempted to steal some of Billness's shit, but he seems like a sensitive type.
Man, that room's look good too. It probably belongs to Maybe Slickerton or something. He's a good guy. I don't want to piss him off.
Fair enough. Let's find somewhere to sleep.
This place is way more shit.
Yes.
You see,
Hey, what, man?
you see Jim Bob helping his dad, Bob Jim, into one of the bunks as he's trying to hold him down. Say, "No, Dad, no, we're not fighting yet. Just go to throne in sleep. Fucking hell, sit down, sit down." No, 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 I'm gonna take them out. Come at me.
You know, Samus, it's occurred to me that I think I might become a commissar. If that's the kind of bedrooms you get, I think I might become a commissar once I'm out of here. You know, they get fucking nice drink and bit of food and beds and cool bearskin rugs. Yeah, it's what I like. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that as well. I wouldn't mind a nicer bed. I wouldn't mind more baths. And I wouldn't mind if people stopped fucking throwing up whenever they see me.
I'd like some more of that hand cream too.
No. I could have. His room is empty.
Oh no, he counts those tins. He counts them big time. If one goes missing, he'll know straight away. And then he'll think there's a mole, and he'll probably blow up the other half of the panels just to get his cream back.
For fuck's sake. Like, seriously, why did those two fuckers survive? Like, for fuck's sake.
Old man probably got lost on the way, mate, to be honest.
You'd think
Found a
they
way
would
to
have
the
like,
Emperor.
yeah.
And then he just got spat back out to life.
Why? Maybe if he wanted to remind somebody useful, might not have. But
Well, as V says, apparently the Emperor has a greater purpose for Bob Jim. Or is it Jim Bob? I get mixed them up.
they're both useless cunts, and they both ruined my goojons.
I saw that. You alright, troops? You got out of there pretty quick, smart.
Yeah, what was cracking off there?
Oh, you weren't here. The guy to the right of Billness. The guy that betrayed me and put me in the penals. From the Inquisition.
Oh. Wait.
And
so-
looks like he's done well for himself, so he's actually high up in the Inquisition itself. So fucking watch yourselves around him. I think he recognized me.
Fuck.
Shit. Wow. You did
What I
seem
want to know is
right.
what he's doing here. Why is he chumming up to Billness?
Wow. Did he
I
look
have to
to me?
find chummy enough, I guess. Although Billness looked like he was doing most of the talking.
Well, if he stood on you to get up on your shoulders to get to a new, station, then who knows who he would chummy up to further improve his situation. You know what I mean? Seems like a bit of an opportunist, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, seems like it.
Oh.
Definitely
Hey.
held the wrong con because that's not what he was like when we knew each other.
So, he's part of the Inquisition then?
Didn't you see the eye on his power armor?
Oh, I didn't know. I was too busy looking at him munching on my goojons.
Yeah, fair.
So that makes sense. Refined taste, obviously. Maybe.
What are you saying about me?
Well, you like the goujons, did you not?
She begrudgingly. Yeah, they were all right. No, they were pretty good, to be fair.
Refined tastes. No, what I was alluding to was perhaps on the back of the initial information we gave Billness, you might have decided to call in the Inquisition to try and find said mole. And perhaps this twat of yours suggested this could have been a good way to get rid of him by needlessly sending out hundreds of people to die.
Yeah, but Otto would be the wrong Ordo.
Ow.
Surely he'd be asking for Ordo Hereticus. He's not Ordo Hereticus.
Oh. What Ordo is he then?
Malleus. Or at least he was anyway. I'm not totally sure right now. I need to find which room he's sleeping in.
Oh. Well, I know the room in the middle behind us is definitely Bonus's.
Wait, they're sleeping on the same floor as us?
Well, Bonus's.
Do you reckon he's hosting guests on the same floor, or do you think they sleep elsewhere?
Well, where else is there to sleep? They're not exactly-
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
For clarification, you went upstairs from the first floor to go to the dining room. So I brought you downstairs, so you know there is a floor above.
Uh-huh, okay, cool. But we know that Billness sleeps on the floor that we're currently on.
You know that a book that Billness owns is currently on this floor, sure.
Oh, okay. Ruby assumes, based on what Samus has said, that Billness is bunkering on this floor. I can't afford to bump into him. If he stabbed me in the back before, I don't know what he'd be capable of doing now. I'm already in the penals. I've only just got me collar off.
Well, that's going to be...
If he makes anything else up to pin anything on me, I'm as good as dead. I don't know what his game is.
Oh. You might not. You might not be a threat anymore. It's going to be... Right, I think we should also... I understand your desire for self-preservation, but... What the fuck is Ordo Malleus doing here then?
That is a good question. As far as I was aware, I thought we'd all already dealt with anything to do with the demons. Wait, so hang on, just remind me, the 40k pleb, there's 3 ordos.
There's
Hereticus.
3 main ordos, sure. There's Ordo Hereticus, Malleus, and Xenos. Xenos is your
Malleus
aliens.
is chaos and stuff.
Malleus tends to be demons.
Yeah.
Hereticus is your heretical cults.
Okay.
So you knew Otto as being part of Ordo Malleus, which of course would be the demons.
Yes. We've dealt with the demons.
Huh.
But right, hear me out. Before they managed to scrounge me up and throw me out of the Inquisition into the penals, I managed to get out of there with a couple of things. And she reaches into the deepest parts of her gear or carrying equipment and pulls out a couple of scraps. She shows a piece of paper that is very clearly scorched at one point. It says, this was handwritten by Otto himself. This sigil here, I don't recognize. It's clearly got some affiliation with whatever the hell this is.
Right.
I'm also going to, because she's shown it to you, I'm also going to put this in chat.
Hang on, let me find the sigil I had a while ago. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I was not expecting this part of the backstory to rear its ugly head.
I don't know.
Come on.
But I also need to know what he found in the sealed archives, what made him act. He betrayed me, but he thinks he's had the reason. And after all this time, I'm furious with him. But I just don't know what's going on. Something's happening. Enough for him to throw me under the bus and move his way through the Ordo.
Wow. May not be as nefarious as you think. He could just be an Ordo Traticus, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so Simon, you can now see the symbol, but it's not allowing me to show.
Where would I see it?
It's in the item.
Oh, got it. Can I do this?
Oh, yes, it works. There you go. Thank you.
Ooh.
A letter never sent.
So I don't know what that. And she prods at the sigil. Is. This is why they're trying to get out of the penals.
But did he write this?
That's his handwriting.
She trusted me, I trusted the Order, but something they showed me, something in the sealed archives made me act. Perhaps one day she will understand. Perhaps one day she will hate me less. Did he do you a favor or something? Sounds like it.
If you can call throwing me into the penals a favor. You know as well as I, the penals is basically a death sentence.
Well, if you just use the Occam's razor on this one, right? Now, let's say let's take it at face value and say that this is a well-meaning letter that he actually means, and he was trying to save you. And by doing so, got you in the penals. Now, if that's the case, and the penals was the safer bet, then whatever was the other option must have been absolutely insane. If the penals was the safer place to be. Now, what could that be?
Knowing the Ordo, demons would have been involved. My fear is they've somehow got their teeth sunk into the members of the Inquisition. That's like worst case. Worst case.
That would be
Heresy and
pretty
chaos
bad.
in the Inquisition. That's like worst and best case for why he did what he did to me, but also there's more. There's not just this. And I may as well show you now. I managed to get an internal memo for eyes only and a transcript. And she's going to do this and this.
Okay. So did it for the power. Interrupt me. That would have been easier. But how could I tell her that they threatened, redacted, that I was shown what she redacted? She deserved to know. But if she knew, she would have tried to stop me. And she would have died.
I think whoever's talking there is Otto. I obviously can't hear anything. It's just a transcript.
I mean, all this, contextually wise, looks like he's apparently doing you a favor. Right?
Are you a demon?
You see me bleed.
Roll insight. She's definitely a demon. 100% a demon. Even the way her like skin has healed around the augmetic doesn't look natural to you, Samus. Your sus is sussening.
He squints. Great.
What are you looking at?
You're
You can't
all right.
exactly talk. You're not exactly 100% human.
Fighting talk.
You're all right for a demon. I'll remember that.
As far as demons go.
What surprises me is I didn't know demons like Goujon.
Well,
What I want
So-
to know is what clause 17B is as well. Proven loyalty through internal cleansing. This makes it sound like he was just trying to get ahead. And she points to the other thing that she shows you.
Deep Cellar Archives clearance. Oh shit, there's more. Operative executed contingency protocol Asheville. Promotion request filed under clause 17B, proven loyalty through internal cleansing. Okay. Maybe. But okay. What if he has uncovered something pretty fucked, right? From inside the auto malice, right? And the only way to get to a higher station, to get more power, which then obviously gives you more knowledge, because they tell you more shit, right? The only way to do that was to throw you under the tank, right? Therefore, saving you, because he if you tried to stop him, you would have died anyway. So it was a 2 birds, 1 stone situation, okay? It gets you the fuck out of there. And it proves his loyalty, so he can ascend.
Yeah, but
2 birds, 1 stone.
I was good at my job. What if we both could have done that? What if we both could have worked together to figure out what was going on? Now
Maybe
I'll
he
never
thinks
know.
you're too much of an Maybe he thought you're too much of an uptight anal bead and wouldn't let it fly because you are good at your job. You know? Like, technically, if he's found something, how can he trust that he can bring it to you without you calling him a heretic? Maybe he felt like you're too good at your job that you wouldn't understand. So the only way was to get you out of the way.
Because
Sounds like he cares about you, mate.
Because we worked
Sounds like
for
he's
the
got a crush on
Inquisition.
you. Have you ever kissed?
It's very nice considering you're a demon.
He's very understanding.
I'm not a demon. I'm more
But did you kiss?
human than you are. No.
Even
Wasn't
one on the
like
cheek?
that.
Okay, then.
Well, technically, I'm 50%, but
As he points at her arm and her eye.
He's not true.
Still more than
Ruby?
50%.
I've got a sneaking suspicion. Yeah. Obviously, if he's here, right, this Otto fella, he's not going anywhere tonight, specifically. More than likely, he's going to be staying in one of those fancy fucking rooms with the gilded primers in them. Why don't you, and hear me out, later tonight, when he goes to tuck himself into bed, you go in there and you fucking straighten it out. Talk to him. I mean, what is he gonna do? Fucking send you to the penals? You're already here, mate. You're at the bottom.
yeah, you don't have a bomb on your neck. Can't click a switch.
You know? What is he gonna say? Even if he is against you, what are they gonna say to everybody else? Oh, look, Ruby did this. And then they'll go, yeah, that's why she's here, mate. You know? So all you can do to gain out of it is maybe learn what the fuck all this means.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. That's why I want to know where he's staying.
There's those rooms over there. Oh, me and Samus were rifling around people's shit.
Yeah, well, what was in the room you went into?
Oh, there was a book. I didn't look through it, but it's an uplifting primer, like mine, but less shit. And it was written in gold writing.
Ah, that doesn't sound very Inquisition-y. Well,
Okay, there's quite a few rooms. I think there's like 6 of them, right? He's got to be in one of them.
yeah. It's definitely not the first 2.
There you go. That's 4 rooms left or something.
Yeah.
Before they turn in, why don't we fucking go check the rooms, see which one he's in, and then you go talk to him when everyone's settled in.
Yeah, okay. Okay. If not now, then when?
Exactly. And, hey, we've got your back, Reeves, okay?
Yep.
That's what I'm sort of afraid of. I don't want you guys taking the flak for what I'm about to do. At least you guys have got a chance of getting out of here.
I wouldn't kill him here, okay, if he has fucked you over. Not here. It's too obvious. You'd never get away with it. There's always a smarter way to do those things.
I wasn't going to kill him.
Oh, what are you gonna do then?
I was going to see if I could rummage through his things and try to learn some things about him without him knowing.
Oh. I was going
Do
to start
both.
drugging him.
Do both. Why don't you rummage through his things, see see if you can figure out anything, right? And then talk to him. And if anything he says lines up with the things you learn, then you know he's telling the truth. If you do learn anything.
All right. But we best be
All
quick.
right, I'm going to sit by the stairs. Oh,
Did you see them leave?
there's nobody in the rooms, Ben. They're still at the dining table.
I guess I could be watch on the stairs to see if anyone's coming in. If they do, I'll be like, "Caca!" or something more conspicuous.
You go top of the stairs, I'll go bottom of the stairs, right? I'll fucking caw up the stairs. If they come, then you caw from at the top of the stairs, and then Ruby will know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck, we playing good.
Yeah.
we make the best plans.
What
right there,
operation?
Val.
Jesus Christ, V.
I was just heading off to bed. Where are you going?
Gotta take a
trying to
shit.
get some
Excuse
air.
me.
Yeah.
Well, he's well, yeah. I'm just going to look for some air.
I'm just gonna wash up, but maybe we'll see each other in bed later, Valentina.
As he gives her a wink.
Is she like kind of really unsure about what you just said?
Samus, there's 2 doorways. I'm not gonna go bottom stairs. I'm actually gonna go this side, okay? Just in case.
Shit, which one? I've gone down. Wait, where? Which stairs? Well, I'm in this stairs. Whichever stairs it is.
Oh, wait. Samus, I forgot we've got Vox beads. Hey, man, I'm on the other side of the room. I noticed that there's actually 2 ways into this fucking thing, so do you just give me a little of a cheat on the fucking Vox bead if anyone's coming your way? Actually, fuck, we can just do that to Ruby too. We've all got Vox beads.
Yeah.
That's right, technology exists. Okay, cool, yeah. Hurry up,
Yeah.
Ruby.
I'll watch out.
All right. So according to powers of deduction, she's going to ignore the first 2 doors and she's going to put an ear against this 3rd door just to make sure no one's inside before she opens the door.
Ooh. As you place an ear against this door, you hear a very deep and loud Jesus Christ. I hope that transferred.
That came through.
It did.
Someone sleeping and snoring. Does that
Yeah,
sound
but-
like?
Go on.
Does that
It sounds big.
sound like Otto?
Otto. No.
No.
There's one person who's gone to bed so far.
The snoring in question sounds like it's coming from a very large entity.
Okay. All right. So not this room then.
That wouldn't necessarily describe anything you've seen so far, and is not a noise that is familiar to you. So it would certainly prickle your interests.
Ah, fuck. She would want to know what's on the other side of this door. She'll try to very quietly, as much as possible, open the door.
Give me a stealth roll, please.
Yep. Come on, be better.
Oh,
That's
there
better.
we go. There we fucking go. Wrath machine today.
Nice. A DN5. A DN5, a score of 5. Hang on, I'm desperately trying to do something very quickly, and it's
I've just
not
given
working
myself
well.
a stealth score 5.
Thank you. But you would certainly be able to open this thing quietly, without any issues, when I allow you to open it.
Hold your horses, Sonny Jim.
But you just said I could open the door.
God said I could do a thing. I want to do it straight away.
There we go. Right. You are able to open the door. Wonderful. In the far corner of the room, you see a large, slumbering Ogryn, bedecked in huge, thick armor. This stuff would not be... it looks like it's been taken off the carcass of a Lehman Russ tank. He is leant against the wall, sleeping in a rather uncomfortable position. A large slab shield that is arguably taller than you, Ruby, is leant up against the wall in front of him, and a shock maul hangs limply with its head touching against the floor as it's just rumbling away.
Well, now she knows, and she quietly closes the door again.
Oh, hang on. Awareness test, please.
Who?
DN3 for you.
Uh-huh.
You see
no.
absolutely fuck all.
Wow, not even one success.
Not even one success on 6 dice as well.
Six.
That is
6 die, and all you need is
nuts.
a 4, 5, or 6.
Odds not be in your favor. Yeah,
You
but
have Wrath?
not a-
You have 2 wrath still?
I do have Wrath, but I feel like I want the Wrath for possibly other things.
Like not getting caught rummaging through people's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the most important thing here is no complication.
Yeah, you open the door deftly and stealthily. You see this Ogryn slumbering against the wall. He's not in the bed. He's stood up, resting against the wall in this heavy armor. The slab shield rested against the wall. But as soon as you kind of open it and see this, you quickly close the door without really taking a good glance as to what else might be there.
That's fine. That is what the dice tell. Right. And then she takes a couple of steps away from the door so that whatever she says doesn't carry too easily through the door. Puts it near to the vox bead and says, "Okay, there was an Ogryn in the last room. Don't know who he is or what he's doing. He's sound asleep. I'm going up."
That room must have smelled like shit.
Didn't stay long enough to tell.
Okay, so not that room. All right. Pretty clear this way. Hurry it up, Ruby. Be quick.
Is this another bit? Have we been through this door, by the way? This one here.
I don't know if you have actually.
In that case, again, she's going to quietly try and open this door.
You've still got your stealth roll of 5. As you open this door, you see a completely empty Imperial Cult chapel. The candles burn gently as they flicker. At the far end, you see a podium with some large books placed upon it, and some loud hailers built into intricate-looking carved skulls are situated around the edges of the room. But no one to be seen, no noises, just that crackling, burning flames.
Okay, cool. not this room either. She doesn't really look around. It's just the chapel. She closes the door. On the vox bead says, "Find the chapel." And then
great.
it's going to go to the stairs and head up them.
Right, Rubes.
I don't know which way round that would be, so...
Fuck,
As
that's
you-
some cool art, man.
As you begin to walk up the stairs, you hear heavy footsteps begin to march toward you from the corridor up above.
Samus was already ahead, so Samus might be able to
Samus
see and or hear.
will see them, or hear certainly the sound of heavy foot tread as people begin leaving the dining room.
I would relay that information to.
It appears there's lots of people coming this direction, Rubes.
Okay, roger that. Do you know who's leaving? Is it just everyone?
Could I have a look and see who's leaving in this crowd and start?
Sure, it starts off as trickles. It's kind of pairs, twos, threes of the grave diggers, but after a little while, it becomes a bit more of an en masse exit as you see Sliggerton in conversation with Billness, who are both walking down. Otto's walking down, talking in the ear of Commissar Yareth, as everyone is now piling out of the dining room, heading down the stairs.
I will stealthily relay that information, in particular noting that Otto is speaking to Commissar Yareth.
Still in the dining hall.
No, leaving the dining hall.
Leaving the dining hall.
Is he... Have you got eyes on where they're going? Are they coming down the stairs?
They're heading this way.
They are heading that way.
Yeah, it appears they're heading that way, Rubes.
Could you maybe keep eyes on them and see where they're going? I'm going to try and double back and wait until they've all cleared and then head back upstairs.
Okie dokie.
Sure. Shortly after hearing all the footsteps, they do start coming down the stairs. You see around about 20 of the gravediggers all come down the stairs ahead of the officers. They pile into the barracks, start picking out their areas of slumber, kicking off their well-worn boots, removing flat coats and jackets, getting comfortable and in for a good night's sleep. Notably, Billness comes downstairs and enters his room, which is the central room. Commissar Yareth enters the room on the right, which is the one that had the gilded book in it. And Otto enters the room on the left. Otto,
with the Ogren.
are you where you are, Khan?
Yep.
Yeah, so
he's just
you-
like out at the stairs. I mean, at the door.
Yeah, so you'd see all this. So you'd see Billness entering this room here, Commissar Yareth entering here, and Otto enters here. You hear some muffled, not arguing, but raised voices coming from one of the rooms, kind of a... And then shortly after, the door opens and the Ogren steps outside, closes the door, and then leans his back against the door and starts kind of slowly drifting off again.
Ah, shit. Damn it, why did I roll so badly on the awareness test? I should have used my wrath. We could have determined that was Otto's room.
Only you were aware of the inquisitorial eye on the armor.
What, of the Ogren? Did you say that?
No, you didn't. You see that because you didn't roll well on your awareness test.
Sorry. I didn't hear. I thought you said only you were aware.
No.
I didn't hear the word
If only.
presumably.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah.
But yeah, these things happen.
No, that is what the dice have told. We've gone with it. And she sort of silently curses to herself. Completely didn't know that was Otto's room. What's he doing with an Ogren?
The way he's stationed outside the door is probably his protection, maybe guard. You know, if he's high up like you think he is, that's probably his personal bodyguard. Sleepy fellow though. Looks like he's fucking exhausted.
Yeah, it does. Oh, that's going to make things harder. We'll wait until he has fallen asleep and see if we can't slink past. But
I
then
mean, you
Otto's
could
gonna
just
be in
knock on
there.
the door.
Yeah, or just ask for his. You could just ask for an audience with old Otto there, and he can either tell you to fuck off, and then everything's fine because you know he doesn't care about you, or you meet him and you have your conversation, or he tells the Ogren to rip you in half. Which case, we can get you some more legs.
Oh, I got an idea. Could be crafty. How about
All he is.
you
And Ruby closes the door quickly.
how about this? You walk past the door. You take my vox bead. You roll it underneath the door.
You
Okay.
all begin to hear boots heading in your direction.
Ruby scrounges to get back into this darker corner.
Samus goes back to his bed with the bottles and hides them underneath the bed.
The door opens, and in steps Sergeant Sliggerton. Is anyone looking at him, or are you pretending to be asleep?
I'm pretending to be asleep.
Khan would. He probably wouldn't have gone back to bed. He would have sat down and looked, sat down at the tables and kind of looked nonchalant. And he looks over at Sliggerton though.
As you look at Sliggerton, he looks sheepish. He looks a bit uncomfortable, a bit unsure as he steps into the room and closes the door after him. He looks around, not inquisitively. He looks around until he sees a free bed. Walks over to it, and as he sees you, Khan, as I imagine you're sort of sat at the table having a drink. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looks towards you and just nods his head as he goes to one of the beds. Now this is
Nods back.
strange because Sliggerton has never slept in your room before, or never slept in the barracks before.
Oh, he's given his room to Otto while Otto's here.
Given?
Yeah.
Voluntold.
Voluntold, yeah. But that happens. He kicks off his boots, removes the flak armor, places it down carefully inside the chests at the end of the bed, places a lock on them as he finishes doffing, and then climbs into the bed as it squeaks.
Okay.
That's an added layer of complication.
Okay, that was weird.
Seems like Sligsies is staying with us.
Are you doing this straight away, or are you waiting a little bit?
I'd wait a little bit, maybe like until he's gotten into bed, gotten himself sort of situated, laid down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I don't want it to make it too obvious, like looking at him and then going,
Yeah,
straight over to Ruby,
yeah.
like I'm gossiping or something.
I was wondering if you were like waiting like, I don't know, an hour or two for him to like fall asleep or something. But so you're giving it 10 minutes, he takes his stuff off, he gets into bed, he settles himself, and then you wander off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where's your my brother Ruby like,
That's weird. Sligsy's staying with us tonight. Okay. Must be for the morale, you know. But anyway, what do you think of the plan, right? You just fucking flick my the bead under the door, and you can have a little chit chat with him. You don't even have to be face to face.
Oh, you mean to have a conversation? I thought you meant like to overhear anything that's going on in there.
Probably sleeping, maybe, but
I was open to see if I could find anything to give myself an advantage when I come to talk to him. You know, some leverage.
Well, we're not going to have much chance if they're going to take us over to Operation Fishhook tomorrow.
Oh.
I doubt we're going to be here for much longer, mate. So you've either got tonight to do it, you know, either talk to him, find out information. Hey, but either way, I think you might have to act.
Just a sanity check from me. Who's got the Vox speed?
I believe Khan has a Vox speed. He always had a Vox speed, right?
Did he?
This is where
Did
we've
he?
all had a group.
I don't know.
I'm not aware. I know that
hallucination.
Ruby tried to requisition a Vox caster and she failed. I'm not aware of anyone having a Vox beads unless you can jog my memory.
Wait, maybe.
I know the
Maybe
tier 3
you don't.
guys
Maybe I'm
have
just
loads
thinking
of
about
Vox beads.
Gerhard. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got Vox beads for days.
Baby.
you know, Ruby, this plan would work a lot better if I actually had a Vox bead. Sorry about that. So,
You can requisition a Vox speed. That's not a problem. But I'm not aware of anyone having them right now.
Yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe I'm just thinking about the tier 3s.
so in an ideal situation, I would have a Vox bead to give you. Okay, so what you need to do then is you need to knock on his door. I don't think you're going to get past the ogre, and even if you did, you'd have to try get into his room, you'd have to try sneak around and then fucking see what you know without him waking up. And if he does wake up and he gets causing that ogre, and it's going to pop your arm right off and chuck it down the hallway. I think best case scenario is you just straight up knock on the door and talk to him. When are you going to get another chance? Think about it. When are you going to be in the same room as him again?
No, you're right. You're right. It's just been. It's not exactly been the most pleasant last few. How long have we been in the penal legions?
Didn't we say 6 months? Hang on, I've got it written down.
I believe it was 6 months.
Yeah,
Players, Paul, Ruby. So Ruby's been 2 months in the Penal Legion at the start of the campaign. So you're probably about 3 months. Khan was in it for 4 months, and Samus was 6 months. So Samus has been in the longest. Khan for Ruby 2. So Ruby's probably about 3 months now.
It's not exactly been an easy 3 months.
It can't be any harder than losing your eye and your arm. Come on, man. You've been through a lot. This is just a conversation.
I've only lost them because of him. Fuck. Yeah, okay, you're right. There's no other chance, there's no other option. I either die or I stay in the penals.
That's right. And when you go to talk to him, you make this your mantra, right? You're there for logic. You're there to get answers.
You're not there for emotional reasons. You're not there to vent. You're not there to say, what have you done to me? That's not going to get you anywhere. You need answers. Only answers will set you free.
We'll see.
You've got one shot. Make it count.
And she goes up to the table, finds any bottle that's got any form of alcohol still in it. Takes a quick swig.
Khan was sat at the table. He may have left the bottle there. Don't know.
I did.
There you go. You have a swig of this vinegary red wine, vino.
God, it's vile.
Hey.
And then makes her way out.
You open the door and you once again see this Ogrin. It is now slumped down with its back against the door, sat on its rather large behind. Even in its seated state, it still sits taller than you, Ruby. It is a giant of meat and muscle, as opening the door opens up the noise of
she's gonna cross the distance. I guess walk up to the Ogren.
Surprisingly enough, as you get into such close proximity to the Ogren, it quickly opens its eyes and goes jumping up with agility you would not associate with a large creature such as this. As it leaps, the wooden floors creak around it, grabs the slab shield, goes there as it swings the power more.
She quickly steps back, both hands open, palm out, going, oh, sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
Not startled, guarding.
Well, I didn't mean to trespass.
Is you trespassing? Is you not allowed here? You's a mole?
No. There's no mole here. As part of the group that went... I'm actually here to speak to... would she know what rank he is? Ooh.
Roll me a DN. Roll me a DN2 scholar, because you are of that ilk. So it's something you could deduce, but you don't know.
Okay. So I've got bonus dice on any scholar and investigation related to demons and the warp, called Ordo Malleus. I don't have I know that's a stretch. But
Massive
like it is related
stretch.
to her order.
Massive stretch. Absolutely not.
All right, fine. It's fine.
Could
Holy
you
shit.
please, just all of you, stop it, okay? Just stop.
It's all right. It's all right because I've got wrath.
You got wrath, you got glory.
I've got mixed emotions about that one.
Okay.
Holy shit. See, it's not just me. It's it's this game.
Okay.
I've got some shifts.
You got shifts.
I'm gonna shift for, I don't know, a better result.
Shift for better result.
Oh, what's the other shift that I could do?
There's shifting for glory, shifting for speed would be the other one.
No, not in this case. I guess glory. Yeah, why not?
Shifting for glory. Okay, so
Better result in glory.
let me wrap my head around this. So you You think back to the Pict of Loxon. Not Loxon, sorry. Pict of Otto Kriya that you took.
Snapped earlier.
Yeah. You visualize Otto in your mind and you cross-compare what he was dressed as, whether he had a rosette about his person. You come to the quite positive conclusion that he is an acolyte. Now, from your point of view, an acolyte would be a few steps away from an inquisitor. You've got acolytes who are you have what are the ranks of the acolytes? You have an acolyte, you have a proven acolyte, and there's a third one, I've completely forgotten it. There's essentially three different types of acolytes. You believe he is the entry level acolyte, so just a normal acolyte. From acolyte, you've got things like you've got interrogators, and then an interrogator would then move on to an inquisitor. So he's a little bit below, but he's certainly higher than he was, because he would have been a sage alongside you.
Yeah.
So that's the better I'll give you, because it's not just, you don't just know that there's the acolyte. I'll give you the extra fluff around the actual people within there. But while you are thinking and sort of stood on the spot, you're not got a dumb face about you, but it's a bit of a, you're really struggling to remember. And this Ogrin who's looking at you just goes, "Oi! Oh, so what are you doing?" And he just bashes you with his slab shield, sending you flying across the room.
Ow.
Ow. As you can roll me 2d3, please.
2d3.
2d3, please.
2d3.
As you take 3 points of shock, falling you into exhausted, and 3 wounds. Ow. My God, why'd you roll so well on the thing to not roll well on?
I mean, you weren't that descriptive. You just said stop rolling shit, and I did.
That is very true. I'll give you that. As you are flown across the room, as he just goes poof with his slab shield. What are you doing here? I told you.
Screeches. So of course, like, she would screech in both surprise and pain as she flies across the room, crashes into the wall. Recent operations and wounds reopening, bleeding again onto the wall and to the floor. And she goes, I was just trying to remember his name. I just wanted to talk to Acolyte Otto Kriya.
And
I was requesting an audience.
With the noise that is created from you just being blown across the room, the door opens up.
I don't see how that was a better result, honestly.
You got a better result on the scholar, okay? The better result was the scholar. You got more info. You complicated, right? Fucking fishing. Right. As Otto opens the door after hearing all the commotion, he says, "Obed, step aside. What is going on out here?" That's not his accent. "Obed, step aside. What's going on out here?" "Well, this one,
they're not allowed. They said they're not allowed in restricted area, and they went all funny on me. Obed, stop talking. Please stop talking. What do you want? Who are you?
She stands up more straightly. Not obviously looking quite disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
Now bleeding a little bit, and she's sort of nursing some of the more recent sort of, I don't know, cracked ribs from slamming into the wall. But then she tries to stand as steadfastly as she can, despite being mechanically exhausted, and just pulls back her hood.
The exhausted in this instance is probably like a bit of like a winded exhausted from the shock impact, just kind of taking your breath away almost.
So she's trying to sort of get her breath back under control, like you would if you've had the wind knocked out of you. But then tries to, despite that, stand resolutely, pulls back her hood, and looks him dead in the eyes.
He looks back at you.
But otherwise doesn't say anything.
He looks back at you directly into your eye. Well, who are you? Who are you?
Does it genuinely look like he doesn't recognize her?
You can roll insight.
I would like to. However, I am now wounded.
You are wounded and exhausted. As far as you can tell, he's got no idea.
Ooh. Okay. She takes a couple more steadying breaths. And and then basically says, "My name's Ruby Merrick, sir. And I was open to say, and I was open to find, and I was open to maybe get a word with you."
And what does Ruby Merrick want with a servant of the Emperor? You know who I am, girl.
You are you. And she sort of looks around, make sure that various doors are closed, etc., etc. There's no one else too nearby. I know who you are. You are Acolyte Otto Krier of the Ordo Malleus, branch of the Inquisition.
He steps back a little bit from his more Lenten approach, steps back, crosses his arms and goes, "So you've done your research. You've done your research on me. Why?"
She squints her eyes again, but as she does, she takes another pick just to sort of keep record of his body language for posterity, etc.
Sure. Make a note in your notes. He'd be kind of arms crossed, more like stood up straight, a little bit defensive, kind of also giving you the stink eye, like.
Outside this room, giving me stink eye. It's not just. She takes a tentative step forward, so she's not exactly against the wall anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But still outside of arm's reach, etc. But also in the hope that she could speak more quietly, because obviously closer. It's not just research. How do you not remember me? We used to work together when we were both sages. And again, she's scrutinizing his body language.
I've known a lot of people. I've known a lot of people in my time. Can't be expected to remember everyone. What did we do together?
In that case, that's a good question. But what she will have done, what she'll probably reply with first is, oh God, in that case, she would say, does file 871.2b mean anything to you? You're part of the Inquisition. You'll have access to records.
You said you were a sage, right?
Was until you accused me of betraying the Ordo. I ended up here in the penals.
Takes a step towards you. Still in his power armor.
She's tense. She doesn't know what he's going to do. She's confused by his lack of recognition. How do you not recognize me? What was that look over at the dining hall? You seem to have your eyes linger on me for ages.
You know, Ruby Merrick, sometimes it's important to let things die. If you were a sage, as you said you were, you're clearly not one now. And it sounds to me like you're harboring inquisitorial knowledge. That is easily a death sentence. I imagine you don't want a death sentence, do you, Ruby Merrick?
I was already given one.
You seem quite lively for a dead person.
It didn't take.
Well then, you better make sure that your good luck continues. Documents like that are for the Inquisition. Is there anything you'd like to hand over to the Inquisition? As he taps the eye on his faceplate.
No, sir.
Very well. Very well. You must remember, it is the duty of the Inquisition to protect the people of this system. Gilead is a dangerous place. The Ordo Malleus, we keep us safe from creatures beyond the veil. Creatures so disgusting it would turn your hair white. But from what I hear, you've come across such creatures in your travels.
I don't know. What have you heard?
I heard you came across a beast. Green, slimy, and foul. That had been summoned forth from ritual sacrifice of human souls. By all accounts, it nearly killed you all. But you survived. No one knows how, but you survived.
Let's just say the Emperor protects. We dealt with it. We did our mission.
He does.
Restored power to the city.
He does so indeed. And as the Inquisition, we speak for the Emperor on Terra. For his light does not garnish this system. We are all that stands between the perils in the warp and utter destruction. Sleep well, Ruby Merrick. I hear plans are afoot tomorrow. As he steps away and opens the door. He leans over to Obed and whispers something in his ear and looks back. Your party seem to be quite the interesting bunch.
They're good at what they do.
And what is it that you do?
And she effectively repeats back to him what he says the Ordo Malleus does.
Oh.
I protect the system from those beyond the veil.
You see just the corner of a smile rise up from the faceplate as he nods and enters his room.
She says, "Good night, acolyte."
Obed steps back in front of the door and stands there, not falling asleep, holding his shield, staring at you.
As soon as Otto's door closes, like Ruby slumps, clutches the side of her that's hurting so badly from the previous slog from the Ogren. Then she just looks up to him. "You've got a mean punch on you."
I didn't punch you. I hit you with me shield. It's heavy.
You know what I mean? It's figurative. That's quite impressive.
It's not figurative. Look, it's a shield. See?
And he bangs his power maul against it as sparks kind of zap across.
Anyway.
Look, it's not fake.
Sorry, my bad. You're right. It is a shield. And you did shove me. Either way, you're strong and I'm glad you're on our side. I'm gonna go and have a lie down.
The
Me wounds.
Emperor, he looks after us.
That he does. Me look after you there. So you said he was called Obed, but I don't think at any point Ruby knows that.
Otto did mention his name a couple of times. Like when he opened the door, he said, "Obed, what's going on?"
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
But
in that case, Ruby will probably go,
Go on.
"You have a good night there, Obed."
And you, Ruby Merrick.
And she takes a step away, opens the door, closes it, and then immediately slumps to the floor with her back against the door, going, "Ah, oh fucking hell, that whole grin hits hard."
Yo, dear Reeves. Did you find out what you need to find out?
No,
Did you guys kiss and make up?
no.
Yep.
Thanks.
So, did he explain to you why he did the thing? Was he protecting
No.
you?
No, he didn't give me shit. It didn't even look like he even knew who I was.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah, it stung a little, to be honest. I've no idea.
It's only been, what,
if he was
3 months?
3 months. I've no idea if he was faking it or not, but I couldn't tell if it was genuine or not. It may as well have been. How's he forgotten about me so quickly?
Tell you what, he must be shit at his job if he can't remember that.
He was not shit at his job. He's many things at this point, but he wasn't shit at it.
Then that only leaves one conclusion. He must be lying. He's lying.
I can't do a
The only thing we need to know is...
can I? Oh no, I already did an insight, didn't I?
You did an insight. Yeah. You did not beat his insight.
I need to
The
put
only
some points in
plausible, the only plausible outcome there would be that he's lying then. He doesn't remember you, but he doesn't want you to know, or he can't tell you. I don't know. Maybe even talking about the sensitive thing. Maybe even, entertaining talking to you is dangerous, Maybe he's still protecting you. Maybe he's a cunt.
Oh, he's definitely that. But no, you're right. I'm not really in the Inquisition anymore, so it is sensitive information. I can't really tell you anything that I know that I knew from my time in there, because that's information that could effectively, she repeats what he said. It's Inquisition information. It could get you killed.
I prefer the plausible deniability part. You don't need to tell me anything I don't need to know. If it doesn't have a head I can shoot, then hey, I don't need to know it. Plus, I wouldn't even understand it anyway. All that fucking secrecy and all that kind of shit. I'm a soldier. And a leader. Yeah. Gotta think that way if I'm gonna be a commissar anyway. But all that other shit, nah, not for me.
No, that's fair. Just keep a wide berth of that Ogren. I really fucked me up and just singled it with his shield.
Well, fuck you, mate. I've seen him crush people's heads before. They're strong as hell.
Yeah.
Why birth indeed. And they're basically walking fucking Lehman Rust tanks. See them shrug off, what is it, that big fuck-off shield they have? Seen them fucking brush off quite a lot of small arms fire with it.
He's definitely a bodyguard.
Okay. He's basically the best meat shield you could find. If Samus ever needs to hide behind something, one of those Ogren will do the job.
His name's Obed. Might
Obed
be useful
the
information.
Ogren. Well, looks like I'm sorry that you couldn't get the information you wanted, Rubes, but I mean, it's a little bit telling what he said. You know what he did. At least you know, kind of. Some pretty secretive shit.
I can't shake the feeling that something dangerous is brewing in the background. And it kills me not being able to find out.
True. We are just penals. No, fuck. I mean, we could be killed for any kind of infraction, to be honest. You know, we're incredibly disposable.
Yeah, he could have killed me there. I said some things that probably could have got me killed. That's probably telling on its own.
Wait, so you said something that would have got you killed if it was any other Inquisitor, right?
Probably.
He remembers you then.
Yeah. So what's he? What was he hiding?
Well, okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But if he knows something that's pretty fucking heavy, right? And he threw you under the bus, saying you're at fault or you did some shit, right? It wouldn't behoove him to be seen talking to you if he's the one that told the Inquisition that you are a traitor, right? Because that would make him guilty by association.
Yeah, that's sort of why I wanted to try and find his room without him being there. Turns out I did find his room. Didn't think it was his.
Fuck. Well, you're not going to get past that Ogren, and if you do try, it's probably going to pop your head like a melon, so... Best thing you do is be fucking get out the penals, yeah?
Yeah, that's still plan A.
At least then you've got a little bit more swing, and we won't have much power, but we'll be certainly higher on the tier than being a penal.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out another way of getting in. Start at the bottom again, maybe.
Well, when I become a commissar, I'll be able to, you know, swing my deck around a little bit and...
This is the first time I've heard it.
Well...
Talk about aiming eye.
Oh, well, you know, I've just been thinking about it. I mean, there was a Commissar Shrike, you know, he was leading the men and you know, doing out plans and missions and stuff like that. And, you know, when I was coming up with Operation Fishhook, I don't know, I kind of felt like, you know, I felt like I was leading. And it kind of felt good, you know? And with Sliggerton over there, and you know, all the higher sirs, they were kind of listening to me and taking it on board, and even said, "Hey, this is a good idea," and it made me feel like I had a purpose. And you know, I don't know anything else but soldiering, so Commissar's kind of like leading the soldiers. You know, I've been one of them. I know what it's like. You know?
Well,
and also, they've got nicer beds and hand cream and shit. So
maybe wait until you're a colonel for the hand cream.
Okay, so I've got to set my sights higher. But they get nicer beds and shit. You know, it seems like a win-win sitch.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
I'll get out the penals. Couple of months, I'll be there.
For what it's worth, you've got me vote. Me vote? No, my vote. What is this voice? I'm done.
Yeah, when they give me the hat and the frills, I'll see if I can, you know. Oh, I don't know what the fuck I do. Who knows? I didn't even know what commissars do, to be honest. But it just sounds better than being in the penals. And it sounds better than being a foot soldier. I've been a grave digger for a long time. And,
Ruby.
looking at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a DN3 scholar test, please.
Does my wound condition apply for this roll?
No. Or make it a DN2 and say yes. Either way, just roll DN3.
I can unclick. Yeah.
For the Emperor!
Okay. You would know, without a shadow of a doubt, that almost every commissar that you've ever come across has had to make his way through the Scholar Progenium, which is an extremely difficult training school academy where only the best of the best of the best are taken from a young age and trained up to be the hard nails commissars you know and love today. That is a common truth within the Imperium, and it is very much associated to the commissars. What you choose to do with that information is up to you, but that is just a known thing for you.
Cool.
For context
All right.
around this conversation.
No, thank you. Ruby would probably say, well, many people probably didn't expect our collars to be removed. Miracles can happen.
Aye, it's right. You never thought we'd be fighting a demon with an Astartes weapon either, eh? I would have never thought it. Either that or I stay a fucking gravedigger grunt. Who knows? As long as I'm out of the penals, for fuck's sake.
Nothing wrong with aim and eye. As far though, I would say if we do get out of the penals, might be worth hitting some books.
Why the fuck would I want to do that?
Tactics and maybe
Oh yeah.
might be worth it. Understand why commissars do what they do. Like you said, you don't really know what they do. So if we get out of the penals, that might be step one.
Oh, you know what they do? They do nice fancy beds and they tell people what to do. Something like that.
Never change.
Just wants a goddamn good bed. Give me my good bed.
And baths, by the look of it earlier.
Sold. So much better.
Right. Well, see if there's any more opportunities, but plan A is still a go then. And then we've got fish up tomorrow, so we'd best try and get better.
Yeah. Sleep up. Before you head out, let's hit the armory again. See if there's anything we need, could use. Go over it with Sliggerton and Billness, of course, and fucking pray that we don't die, because this is gonna be a far fight, man.
Oh, we've got. Did you get your scope there fixed there, Samus?
Muted. Fuck.
Yeah, I got it. I got it fixed, and I've got a silencer to pick up tomorrow. Garen agreed to give it me yesterday after. Well, sorry, today. What day? You know what? I'm very tired. Yeah, they offered me the silencer, so
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
Okay then. So I suppose we make sure we've got good vantage points tomorrow then.
Yep.
You shoot
Sweet
them from
dreams,
the
everybody.
sky. Yeah.
We're gonna be killing
Sweet
fucking
dreams.
heretics tomorrow. And don't think about how much of a cunt that guy is. It's just gonna disturb your sleep. Just think about the Emperor or something.
He's always close to me thoughts. She says
Thoughts and
somewhat
prayers.
sarcastically. I do wonder what he's rolling in that room.
I don't know. I just know that Billness, he's got loads of hand cream, and you're right. He is a twat. Now I'm going to sleep.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
As you drift off, Ruby, roll me an awareness test.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Ooh.
DN is 4.
Awareness. DN4. Wound applies.
Wound applies.
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do
DN
not
plus 1 is there. DN4. Hang on. Let me put DN4, then click there. Okay, that's DN5. Cool.
For the Emperor!
Oh! That is a roll and a half. As
Roll better.
that is a great roll. Yeah. As you
Better result.
Better result.
Better result.
you all drift off. Ruby, you in particular find it difficult to really rest as Otto's words lie heavy on your head. They prey on your mind. What does he mean? Why does he not remember you? And just as your eyes are beginning to get heavy, you do see the door open slightly. And through the door, you see what looks to be Otto slowly coming into the room. As your eyes meet, though, he stops, looks at you, and walks out again.
I took a photo.
You took a photo. Make a note of it in your journal, please.
Even.
But that happens. Nice. Nice. Other than that, the night goes ahead undisturbed, and you all gain the effects of a respite, reducing your shock and wounds to 0 and resetting your wrath to 2 for those who have used it or not.
Tidy.
Toit. Oh, we've got a lot of glory to spend, boys.
Ah, shit. I didn't get to save that and it's deleted my text.
You'll have to do it again. Oh dear.
He's right.
Yeah, yeah. But the night progresses on. The usual noise of the barracks continues, people snoring and sleeping. But as it gets to daybreak, around 6 o'clock in the morning, the shuffling sounds of people getting up and out of bed begin to happen. Heavy footsteps walking across the floors, the opening and closing of doors as people go to the lavatory, freshen up, brushing their teeth, all sorts of things, and you are all awoken. Sergeant Sliggerton steps out of his bed and begins to put on his armor. And as he does so, he looks over to you three and just says, "What happened last night before we went to bed? I heard a ruckus."
I just tried getting past the Ogren to use the bathroom. I surprised it. He seemed to push me a little hard against the wall.
You're all right, though.
A bruise to my pride, but nothing too bad.
I'd advise against upsetting Ogrens. Quite powerful creatures. Humans.
Sensitivity
Thank you.
training.
Worth their salt in a firefight. Damn near impossible to kill. But not to make you want fighting against you.
Duly noted.
But as your sergeant, I'm happy to write a report. Speak to the guest, if you so wish.
No, Ruby shakes her head. No harm done.
I'm glad. Looks like you all had a good night's sleep. This is a big day ahead of us. This could be the turning point. I should say, the next turning point in our little campaign. Are you all ready for what?
Hopefully this would be...
Go on.
Oh, hopefully this would be cutting the head of the snake, so to speak, sir.
I hope so. I do hope so. We are down too few. Down to too few now. Are you ready for what might come?
As ready as I'll ever be.
As I promised you before you set off yesterday, you will have some of the finest men at your backs. I've spoken to the veterans. They will support you. They will be riding in the Chimera with you. None of these penals. You will have good, honest men with you. No offense, of course.
None taken.
Yep.
That's good. Well, I want to try bring everyone back. Keep the losses to a minimum. But, like I said to Ruby last night, today's probably going to be a bit of a firefight.
Well, get yourselves ready and then meet us in the command center. I'm sure Billness will want to have his say as he gives you all the Aquila and steps out.
Aquila in
Aquila
return.
back. You right? I like Sligs.
Yeah,
You can tell
he's
he's
a
a
good
good
one.
man. Yeah,
He's all
you can
right.
tell he cares about his soldiers. You know?
Yeah, better than that fucking bonus, dickhead.
Not too loud there, Sappers.
No, I'm not talking about anyone like that. I'm just talking about a particular bill end.
Yeah.
Do you guys know where you're going?
Yeah.
You're currently going to the
Yep, we'll be going this way.
chirurgeons or the promotion cages.
Yep.
There you go.
Almost that time.
Gormlessly following Khan. Not thinking where he was going.
Ruby stays in the barracks upstairs.
Gourmand.
Ruby is looking through the catalogue of things that she could possibly requisition, contemplating what she might want to get.
Yeah.
Right,
As
I've got a
Khan,
plan
you
and something to
open the doors to the command center, you see the hulking form of Obed stood right in front of you. He's got his back to you, but it just looks like a massive slab of plasteel. Who's that coming through?
Excuse me.
It is loud in here. Yes, well, of course. Let them come through. Come through. Obed, get out of the way.
Overnight.
I forgot to change his token size. I'm sorry.
I didn't know is Grin's career overnight.
Fuck off. He is
Thank you.
size large.
Khan walks past him and goes,
Thank you, handsome.
Oh. He just smiles to himself. He says I'm handsome.
Ruby goes the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Right. Good. Finally, you're all here. Ruby, of course, would notice that Otto is stood right next to Bilnus. He gives you the eye as you enter the room. You have Colonel Bilnus on one side with Otto and the Commissar, and of course, Futar tapping away. And on your side, you have some of the Gravediggers, Sergeant Sligerton, and yourselves, with the hollow table projecting a larger area of green that you saw yesterday, looking a bit more hopeful and promising. Right then,
Ruby
well,
doesn't meet Otto's eye, by the way, even if he is giving her the stink eye.
I'm sure you all had a wonderful good night's sleep, of course, after such a veritable feast that I put on for you. Hopefully no one's got any sore heads, of course, because alcohol was quite swimming last night, but I digest. Yes, something about you wanted to do a little excursion, was it, Sligerton? Was it just cleaning up the streets? Not quite, sir. This was part of our original plan. The kill team, they went out to see if there was the he looks towards the acolyte, the mole. Of course, there was no mole. It was part of the communications, the Vox. Yes, I understand. What is it? What are the plans? Well, sir, like we discussed, we're gonna bait the Carrion gang, send out communications via Vox, broadcast it on the high levels, so all of them are gonna be able to pick it up. Take one of the chimeras out, make sure it's heavily fortified, have high manpower in there, bait them out, make them jump for the trap, and then when they take it, we're going to bring back who we can for interrogation. Find out where the Carrion gang... No, there's no Carrion gang left. What are you on about? We flushed them out of the hab blocks. Sir, with all due respect, I believe it's worth at least checking. We have the manpower, we have the vehicles ready. this is how to say it's cleaning up the mess. This is we're not. Of course, your big assault yesterday was the killing blow, but you have to clear out the corpses as well, of course, don't you? Oh yes, well, of course. Yes. I suppose you're quite right. You know these things, Sliggerton. Yes. You three then. Tell me what are your plans for clearing out the corpses, as Sliggerton says. As he looks
Clearing
at
out the corpses. Well, we'll think about it this way. If there's any Carrion gang left, you know, the dregs, they're dead anyway, aren't they? So technically, by killing any further of them, we're just clearing corpses. Because
exactly
what you have done, you have broken the back. Right, now let's pull out the ribs. Let's clear the streets of what's left. And let's kill the rest of these carcasses, because they're dead men in my eyes.
You see, Commissar Yareth, you see, this is why it's important to have good men on our side. Very thorough. See, doesn't even need to put himself in danger because the campaign is already won, but still wants to make sure. That is why us in the Gravediggers, we are the finest fighting force. Because we have men like this coming up through the ranks of
penals.
The penals. But even so, coming from such a disgusting, abhorrent, vile creature such as himself, regaining himself in the light of the Emperor, and perhaps one day rejoining us to give his life in his service. Of course, this will be a grand mission with no complications whatsoever, will it? So, what is it you need?
We need transport. We need communications being sent out over the Voxes saying that we are basically taking some power cells for a particular robot. Or we need these power cells that would fit into this thing. We need several very competent men. Basically we need to make it look like we've broken down in a square. So a couple of small charges to make it look like we've lost our tracks. We're going to look weak. We're going to look vulnerable. We're going to bite the hook. And when these dregs show up, we're going to show them the full strength that the Emperor and all his glory will show. That's what we need.
Well, from the sounds of it, Sliggerton's already picked out a fine and competent crew to join you in the Chimera. It's already here, ready and waiting for you. Our Voxcasters will send out the message when needs be. In terms of equipment, Trooper O'Haran shall sort you out, but I can't see this going wrong at all, can you, gentlemen?
Do we not have anyone to not be inside of the transport? I'm going to be at a sniper location, and perhaps some long-range soldiers would be of use.
Maybe some equipped with grenade launchers or rocket launchers.
Yeah, we're going to be dealing with
the
individuals in power armor.
And the idea is to try and capture any A-ranking enemies if they do turn up.
Yeah.
Power armor? Power armor? No, don't be stupid. We talk about the dregs here. There's not going to be any power armor, is there? But I'm sure that we can kit out some of the men with some longer range weaponry if you think that's of importance, of course. So it's not going to get lost.
there definitely is power armor because we saw it with our own eyes. I don't know what you saw in your campaign to purge the hab blocks, but we most definitely saw a high-ranking individual with power armor before I blew him up, obviously.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the engine seal knows something about turning off power armor fusion cells, or maybe setting some sort of traps to lock them in place. I'm sure they can rustle something up for you. You've got quite a good rapport with them now, don't you? Sure, certainly, Ruby has turned into quite the he just kind of gestures at you.
She just raises a single eyebrow in his direction.
Does she raise the eyebrow of the augmetic eye by any chance?
Hang on. It was her left eye. No.
Oh, the right. Okay. I'm sure that they might be able to come up with something, but otherwise, Harren will probably be able to equip you with some more grenade launchers. The men can have a few launchers going about. I'm sure they'll have something. There's been a few long lasers that they can use. I'm sure you'll be fine. You're reading too much into this. Honestly, you're reading too much into this. But what you require, little man, you tell me, and I'll make sure that they're kitted.
Right, thank you very much, sir. But the equipment, yes, it'd be great to have some long range, but I think one thing that'll be more important than all of that is, are you going to be doing anything else? Because when we were tasked with our mission to ascertain information to confirm if there was a mole or not, you did, which was a glorious campaign.
Yes, it was quite.
But nevertheless, it was something we were very much unaware of during our mission, which we could have possibly, even though you barely needed any help, but just the faintest amount of help we could have provided if you had waited a few hours.
Now,
Skirting a very fine line there, Samus.
listen here, you little twerp. As the high command of this bastion, I have no intention of telling you all of my plans. Of course, this is exactly how things get transmitted out, and all of a sudden they know exactly what we're doing and who's got what hand cream and where. But no, look, the campaign is over. We can wind things down now. We can start passing things over to the Planetary Defense Force and be rid of ourselves from this godforsaken city. Emperor-forsaken city. No. I won't be organizing any other excursions. That is why I'm happy to provide you with our full support.
Thank you very much, sir. Apologies for my rudeness.
It comes with the territories, I believe.
He just nods.
You stinky little lab human.
We said we were also going to try and make the breakdown more convincing. If we could line rig up an explosive with a little bit of promethium to throw some black smoke up.
Speak to O'Haran. She has the keys to the armory. There's plenty of promethium left over. We're not going to be using much of that anymore, so I'm sure she'll have a barrel or two left over for you.
Thank you, sir. Last thing would be after we sent out the original transmissions. I said I would try and start encrypting our communications so that if gangers take advantage of our little trap, they're no longer able to sort of coordinate based on our comms.
This man here, clearly a grave digger. He stands up. He's got a lot more equipment around him. He seems to have kind of aerials sticking out the back, his own little headset on. He just stands up and says, that'd be down to me. If you've got anything you can help us with, I'll be sending out the signal shortly. We've got our machines over here, as he points to the far end of the room. You're more than welcome to come and help me with the encryption.
I could do that, yeah. There's probably a few subroutines we can take it all through, etc., and then sort of technical jargon.
Yeah. Sub-routines, like you said. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Sliggy. Yeah. Yeah, with with the voxes and the frequency. But between me and Ruby, we could
and use these ciphers here, etc.
Yeah, ciphers. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, do you know what? I was just thinking about that. I was. Honestly, Siggers, you got nothing to worry about between me and Ruby. More me than Ruby, but we'll make sure it's right encrypted. Stop them stupid gangers listening in. Right, this sounds like a fabulous plan. Sliggerton, anything to? No, sir. We're pretty sorted. We've got quite the manpower, but is there anyone in particular, you three, you wanted to bring along? Any of the recruits?
What? I can specify who I do not want to come.
You're welcome to do that as well.
Neither of the Jims or the Bobs.
They're currently in training outside. You don't need to worry about them joining us.
Oh, thank the throne. No, other than that, I'd say
probably someone who's got a bit of field medic training, just in case we get a couple of men injured. I'd like to keep the casualties to the absolute bare minimum, if nothing at all, if we can.
I believe Valentina's got quite the skill set when it comes to field medicine. We could ask her to come along with you. Not too handy with a las gun, but she certainly has the spirit of the Emperor in her.
That's good. And when it comes to the communications, right, I was thinking, we don't want to send out that we're heading this way before we head out, because we don't know how close these gangers are, right? We don't want them actually being there before we want to get the jump on them. So I was thinking, once we get to the location, we fake the breakdown, and then we put out a communique to Lorifer saying, we're broken down, need assistance. You come back to us saying we can get to you there in 6 hours or whatever, some unimaginable time. They'll think we're weak. They think we've got the important power cells in tow. By then, we've already set up. We've got our positions. We've got everything sorted. What do you think? If we do it beforehand, they might get there before us. That's a bad thing.
It's a great plan, Khan. It's a good plan. The Chimera we're going to be using, it certainly does have a comms unit inside. Voxascast will get straight to the Bastion. No reason to give away our positioning before we have to.
Yeah. Want to make this 5x5?
But
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Ruby's going to encrypt the signal before she goes, as that would stop them from being able to listen in on us. No,
Be after.
sir, don't worry. I can do it without Ruby. It's fine.
I'll make sure to write down what cipher key we're using.
Because there's loads of the keys, you see, sir. So it's very important to know which of the which ciphers we're using. You know, the round one or the square one. Important stuff,
She
sir.
whispers and says serial number.
Serial number, yeah, not square. I had 2 drinks last night.
Are we gonna have any Vox beads for this mission? It feels like communication's gonna be kind of paramount here.
Well, the Rhino's got a Voxcaster. Why don't you just use that?
The
Well, I mean,
Chimera will have a
Oh, the
Voxcaster in
Chimera
it,
even.
but you'll probably have to speak to O'Haran about whether she can relinquish some Vox beads for you.
It's just if I'm going to be in a sniping position, I need to be aware of, obviously, when I need to shoot. And I'm not going to be next to you lot. Because, well, you're not going to be of much use at the range that I'll be shooting at.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, alright, fuck it.
For the first time in this meeting, Otto clears his throat. Sergeant, I propose that Obed could go along with them. He is a capable fighter.
Can he fit in a Chimera?
He can certainly fit in a Chimera.
Yeah, brilliant.
Might have to poke his head out the top, but he will fit, and he's fit before. At the mention of this, does anyone look at Obed when he says this?
I think it's one of those instinctual
Yeah.
things that you just do naturally, right? When someone's mentioned, you look over towards them.
There is definitely a look about Obed that says he doesn't like the sound of that, but he's trying not to portray that.
Uh-huh.
As I say, he's a powerful fighter. He will make sure that the mission is a success. There are none who can break his guard.
That's fucking great. Could use all the help we can get.
Yeah, fuck me.
And yeah.
Tags to take
'Cause,
the attention of the Mastiffs.
Yeah, kind of has me worried now.
And if any of those power armored guys come in, and old big and handsome over here be able to crush them like a tin can.
We need
Acolyte, it's sorry, too many voices. Tripping over myself. Sliggerton
Easily
says,
done.
yeah, Sliggerton says to Otto, says, that's a fantastic idea, and certainly such a powerful ally would be a great boon on the field, but, well, if we take such a large entity in the Chimera, we're suddenly reducing the amount of men we can take with us.
fair. No, I guess if you lot are going to be closer by anyway, you can hide yourselves on the side and old Obed can chill with you guys. Oh, or is this we're not going to be able to fit? We either have Obed or we have the soldiers. Is that what we're alluding to here?
A chimera, as you know, will probably take about 12 men in it. With an ogre inside, you're not going to get that. Maybe 8 at a push.
That's still a fair amount. And we'd have an Ogren.
Look, I've seen the way those dogs move, and we've got great soldiers, but when they close in on you, they close in fast. They don't discriminate which body part they bite off. It's certainly nice to have something that could bite back a bit harder if they do manage to breach.
So it's settled then. Obed, for this mission, your position of bodyguard is relinquished, and you will support to make sure that these Carrion gang are brought back for interrogation. Is that understood? Yes, of course, sir. No problems there. I'll do everything I can. I won't let them down. Stupid heretics. They'll die by my maul. As he wafts it in the air. No, Obed. We do need to keep some of them alive. Of course. Yes, of course, sir. Of course. I'll make sure to bring back the big ones. Yeah. Oh, well, it seems I've got a great plan here. I've got a great plan here. So, it is sanctioned. You have the manpower. You have the vehicles. I'm sure you can sort out your own equipment, and, well, if you want to speak to the, our dear friends of the Adeptus Mechanicus about any way to disable power armor, well, you know where they are as well. No time like the present. And I've got things to do. So, could you, get on with it, now, as he kind of just wafts you out the door.
Okay.
Oh, yep, okay, let's fucking do this.
Thank you, Captain. And protection. Hope you enjoyed the food I hand cooked to you last night.
Oh, God. He does go a little bit queasy as you say that. As on the vellum scroll of Futar, it just writes out, "The hand-cooked food I made you last night."
Who's reading those transcripts anyway?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
He giggles to himself as he moves to...
Well then, come on guys, we've got some requisitioning to do and we've got to find out how to switch off this power armor.
And with that, we will end tonight's session.
No! No! I've got 5 glory! You fucks!
I know. I've been
I'm
building
so
up that
close
glory.
to requisitioning.
Ah.
You bastard! That could have
I
gone
tell-
on buying stuff.
I tell you what, I'll let everyone do one requisition.
Box speed.
Yes, we will need
But who's doing what first? Samus has ran out the door. Everyone else is still at the table. So Samus, are you requisitioning first?
Yes, I am.
I'll probably get a Vox speed too because we'll probably need more than one
Yes.
to chat with Samus.
I believe a Vox speed will be 4 on the old requisition.
Yes.
I am happy to requisition next sesh, simply because these later sessions absolutely rip my ring in the morning for wake up, and I always feel like ass.
That's fine. I did think it was getting pretty late. So,
We don't
Samus,
necessarily need to up
just
that.
roll. That's a Vox. No, that's not a Vox speed at the minute.
No. we've
Do
got
I
glory.
use Wrath first, then Glory, or
Wrath first,
No, I
then
mean-
Glory.
Wrath?
Wrath and glory.
Can I use a load of Glory?
You got 5 Glory to use.
Because it's going to reset.
Yeah, 3
Free. I'm going to use free.
to guarantee it.
Yes. Edit test.
Guarantee it. With 3,
Mhm.
fat number.
I know.
It's a
Oh, it's
bad number.
cursed. That is cursed.
It makes
Oh my
it.
God.
Yes.
Curse
As O'Haran does hand you over a Vox bead. Ruby, you were doing the same thing. Were you getting a Vox bead?
Yes, please. We probably need more than one.
Yeah. Again,
I might as well
it'll
do mine
be
now as well.
should be a DN4. Yeah, DN4.
Influencing people within Bastion Lorifer.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan.
Oh, that's
Powerful.
perfect. Yeah.
And a shift
She-
back
oh.
to glory.
Also hands you a Vox bead.
Huzzah. Thank you.
Come on, Jay.
Cheers, O'Haran.
And James, what are you requisitioning this session?
A Vox speed, because talking between each other is powerful.
DN4 then, please.
Here we go.
It's a lot of dice.
Hey.
Hey. You also are past a Vox bead from O'Haran. You all 3 have lovely Vox beads.
Yay.
Well done, you.
Nice.
A
Nice. We can
one-
chat with the Mechanicus.
A 1 kilometer range.
That should be fine.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Sam's definitely can't shoot over a kilometer in range just yet.
Not just
But
yet.
he'll be in range.
Wonderful. But with that, then, very quick session, very quick requisition. We say, bye bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye bye.